What's up? What's up?
What is going on?
How are you, big man?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm good, big man.
I feel good, actually.
Yeah, you do. That's good.
After that feed.
It was a wicked feed, wasn't it?
It was.
It was. The big man, Chris C. KP, back for another HFD podcast. How's everyone going?
How are you guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Now, we haven't done a podcast in a while.
It's been like a month. It was when Daniel came here. Was that the last time?
Yes, last time we did a podcast, the great man Daniel Norton was sitting right here in this spot, and
was that the last actual podcast?
It was.
Oh,
it was the last actual podcast. I mean, we did the watch along on Friday,
Yeah.
but yeah, actual podcast. This is the first one that we've done in a long time, so it's good to be back, man.
It is very good to be back.
Yeah,
Just getting the final touches of this started.
And just quickly as well, like that podcast with Daniel was unbelievable.
That podcast was really good.
Like if you guys missed it, like any of you guys missed it, and if you like the footy world or anything like that, go check it out. He's amazing, and yeah, great insight into like an AFL club, which is
the Inner Sanctum.
Yeah. So it was really good, really good.
You know what? On another note, like I know we're not sponsored by them, but like Pepsi's gone back to their old logo.
I saw that, man.
Look at that.
What the heck?
The old, I reckon it's better. The old logo's better. I like that.
I don't mind it. I like the old logo, man.
I like the old logo. So I'm gonna just if that said HFD Max, it'd be wild.
HFD Max. That could be something one day.
That could be. All right, I'll read a few of these chats, man. Before we get into anything, Curtis Alderton in the chat says hello. Cuban Pete with a thumbs up. Running a bit late, HFD has said. Great topic, guys, by Leroy. Leroy always catching a good surf. Cheers, Leroy. Chris C says, I agree. Will be interesting, Curtis says. Genwool, I know this isn't the kind of podcast, but KP, United. Hey, before we even say anything, but I did say we'd beat them. Just saying. I said we'd beat Liverpool. So,
there we go.
Seems I hear people say it a lot these days, Leroy says, about the topic, and Curtis says he's doing well.
Well, talking about Curtis, I just want to give a big shout out to him because he did something special.
You showed it to me when you got here, and I was
yeah. So Curtis works with me, like he sometimes works with us where I work. I can't tell you where we work because I'll get in trouble. But basically, he heard us last week talking about that was me. Yeah, that's me.
It's because you touched it.
Sorry.
Right. No,
so basically last week, when we talked about, someone mentioned in the chat about the HFD coin.
Yes, I remember this.
And it was that crypto. We're talking about crypto. So he rang me up at work and goes, "Oh, check the drawer at work." So I opened the drawer.
So he surprised you.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then these appeared. So basically what it is, it's a HFD coin.
HFD coin. I saw you sent the picture and I was like, what?
So I don't know if you go onto I had it up on
the Discord.
did I have it on the Discord?
Maybe.
If not, we'll put it back up. But I don't know if you guys can see that.
Oh, they might be able to see it.
I don't know if you guys can see it. But anyway,
Maybe it's okay. It says HFD.
Yeah, and you can put your keys around.
It's like a keyring. He made it with a 3D printer.
3D printer. So Curtis,
Legend.
Thank you so much, my friend. We love him. We'll give him out to a few people.
It's like a keyring, eh?
Yeah.
That's going on my keys.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So
all right.
Get these while they're hot, guys.
That's it.
Thank you, Curtis. Thank you.
Aliens on Roids says hello there. Curtis says, it was so hard to not tell you guys. Cheers, guys. Enjoy them. What a lad. He actually man. Kept it secret. That's cool.
Really nice.
Cuban Pete says, that's awesome.
Yep.
And I said, aliens on roids says hello.
Aliens on roids. There you go, man.
Imagine an alien on roids. Imagine an alien from Independence Day on steroids.
Yeah, but they actually look like they're on roids.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But imagine they were actually on steroids.
Yeah, forget about
like
it.
a dinosaur.
Those aliens are crazy.
Aliens are crazy. You know what cracks me up about them? It's like the scariest thing you've ever seen, and then Will Smith just punches one and knocks it out.
Yeah, I know. He was lucky.
Like you'd think,
because they were pretty like in that lab.
He fucks up 400 people, and then Will Smith just punches it. Yeah.
It's a movie.
That one was weak. That was like the weakling.
That was the weakling.
Oh shit! Some change color, and there's some glow in the dark ones. This one looks like it changes color because of the 3D on it. Some glow in the dark. That's cool. So, Curtis, do you take the? Does this blue stuff peel off, or that's part? Oh no, that's part of it. That's
and there's
wicked,
small
man.
ones too. There's like little ones too.
These are wicked, man. That's
There's
good.
small ones if you want.
That's killer, man. You did a good job.
So yeah, guys.
They change by heat, he said.
All right.
Jeez.
I got a full bag here. I did give some away at work, and so some people already have some.
And
so
the yellowish ones put under light, he says.
oh, there you go.
So the yellowish ones are obviously the glow in the dark ones.
Cool, man.
What a legend.
So yeah, really cool stuff, man. Thank you so much. I did not expect that.
That's a nice guy.
I thought I was the nicest guy ever, but I mean, you know what has to happen? We have to buy him a nice guy.
You got to get him a hashtag
nice guy
and
t-shirt.
leave it in his drawer at work.
That's right. Well,
wicked.
talking about merch, make sure you check out our merch, guys. HFD myspreadshop.com.au.
I think it's rolling across. It may roll across the bottom. I'm sure I've got it there. It'll
And
roll
the
across.
the hashtag nice t-shirt's still there, so
There you go. It starts rolling across now.
yeah, go visit it, guys. Check them out.
Yeah, see, Cuban Pete says that's a good idea. Let's get him a shirt.
Yeah.
Hashtag nice guy. I think that'll be on the cards for Curtis. What an absolute legend. It's real good, eh? It looks so good.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's our actual
It looks like our writing too.
Is it the actual writing?
It's very similar.
Like, is it the font?
It's close. Just
Curtis,
not,
if you're in there, is it the font?
not on a diagonal. It's very close.
It's close, eh?
It's very close.
Yeah.
It's good, man.
It's funny, man. That logo, we made it, man. Well, you came up with it.
It's a good logo. I like it.
If you saw our logo before.
It was as close as I could get. Our
Yeah.
first logo. Hey, man, things evolve.
What was our first logo? It was
It was
like
that little guy that
the
you
little
had,
guy.
the potato or whatever he was.
Yeah. No. Yeah, what? Yeah, it was
He was like a little dude.
like a little dude, yeah. But that was when it was Hunkyfooddudes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Hey, man, things
Oh,
evolve.
it still is Hunkyfooddudes.
That's right.
So. All right, man.
So we did. Before we get into any of the topics, this topic was given to me by Jess, by my partner.
Right.
Obviously everyone's seen the thumbnail and all that. And she said to me one day, like, because me and Chris, as our fans know, we do love to get ideas from our two partners. They give us a lot of podcast ideas. I'm like sitting talking to Jess about ideas, and she goes to me, you should talk about like being perceived. And listen, people might call me dumb, I don't know, whatever. I said, what do you mean? I said, what do you mean being perceived? And then she was like explaining it to me, like, like people are like scared to go to the shop, and like if they're not dressed correctly or don't look right, and I was like flabbergasted. I was like, what, like that's a thing? Like I couldn't like comprehend it. And then I remember I told Chris, I'm like, this is a wicked topic. And then I like started doing some research on it and that, and it's like pretty much it's like a phobia of being seen. That's what they consider it, like in general, because they don't want to be, someone thinks I'm fat or someone thinks I'm ugly or whatever. Could be anything, and
Too hairy or something, or
whatever, anything.
Or your haircut's not.
Yeah. And me and Jess were talking about it before we like dig into it a bit deeper. Do you think all this shit is brought on because of like the internet and shit? Has to be.
Well, it was brought on before the internet as well, but now it's gone to a new level with the internet. Yeah, because it would have been back in the 80s and 70s.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Because there was obviously celebrities and whatnot, but it was different, wasn't it?
Correct. And people like, we talked about bullying a lot. I mean, people got scared to get bullied as well. So
yeah.
And they don't want to.
Well, I was saying to Jess, I think last night, I was like, we talk about like the fear of being perceived. I was like, there's no way that our dads have a fear to go to the shop of being perceived. Like the older generation. I was like, do you envy the older generation a bit? Like, does your dad think about it, or your mum? There's no way the Dom thing. He would like get up in what he wore to bed and go to the shop. Do you know what I mean?
Well, look, at the end of the day, we don't know. Like, they put on such a strong front.
True, very true.
Maybe they do. Maybe you know what I mean. There might be some stuff that we don't know. So
100%.
Because that generation, they always had to look like they were.
You're not weak.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, true.
And
very true.
when they, and then when they become vulnerable, if they ever do, they can show their feelings. But I know what you mean, though.
Yeah. Well, aliens on roids. We're just, what? I've got to give him a nickname. I've got to give him Roy. I'm gonna call him Aliens. Aliens Alien says the internet just expanded it. We made it worse. Oh, and made it worse. Sorry, the internet expanded it and made it worse. Our good friend Rob says perceived, prematurely judged without a basis in fact. There you go. Well, I got this one here. I got it up because I like started Googling it and like putting it in and stuff. And fear of being perceived, scopophobia, or scoptophobia, or ophthalmophobia, is an anxiety disorder characterized by a morbid fear of being seen in public or stared at by others. Similar phobias include erythrophobia, the fear of blushing, and an epileptic's fear of being looked at, which may itself precipitate such an attack. Well, I'm an epileptic and I have epilepsy.
Yeah, but are you scared that you're going to get epilepsy when you go out?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Some people probably do though.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm reading it. That's the first time I've read that. I'm like, wow, that's an epileptic's fear of being looked at. Maybe because they think they're going to have and then it brings on an epileptic fit.
Yeah, it could.
That's what it's saying. Precipitates such an attack.
Or like you said, anxiety.
Yeah.
So people that have anxiety problems.
Yep.
Like,
I think that's part of this.
It is.
Being perceived. It's 100% part of it.
Because if you think someone's looking at you and you get high anxiety from it, then that could that can cause depression and a lot of things.
Do you think it's worse for women?
Can be, yeah.
I think the whole perceived thing is worse for women because they feel like they've got to look
a certain way,
whereas men, we can get away. I think men get away with, we just go out like.
I think more now. I'm not saying it's more men now, but now that we're living in this
of course,
in this generation now, I think it's men are more, but
but not
more. I mean,
not
like,
more than women,
more than they were before. Yeah,
I know what you mean.
It's interesting.
I think. For women, like it's like we've got to look like this and look like that, and like like things that we don't worry about, like putting makeup on.
Yeah.
Like to go out, it's like, well, a man. Sorry, traditionally a man never had to worry about like putting makeup on or something, do they? That's
no, but now they do.
Some of them.
Some do now.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
even going to the beach, man. Like if you've got a bit of a gut. Like I've got a bit of a gut, like I don't like
your top off or something.
Yeah, like that's perceived. Yeah. Or
it could be worse. Women care for their appearances more than anything else. Alien says.
Yeah. The funny thing is, you do most of the time. It's what you believe. It's not what anyone else is. It's all in your head.
Yeah, that's 100%. You'll be like sitting there thinking, "I'm fat" or whatever. I don't look this.
I don't look the way I want to look.
The chance that someone is looking at you in the shop and thinking that is. I'm going to say very minimal.
Yeah. Unless
it's something outlandish, but like...
Unless it's so obvious.
Yeah, but like... And then on top of it, even if someone... This is the advice that I could give someone. Like, I'm no expert in it, but the chance of someone actually coming up to you and saying anything is even more minimal. No one's just going to come up to you and go, oh, you're fat, or you're ugly, or you're hairy, like you said.
No.
So that's why I don't think you should worry about it. That's me, personally, but... I'm a
agree.
very carefree guy. On top of it, no, but like that, I was talking about it with Jess. On top of it, I'm very carefree. So it like doesn't resonate with me until I think about it, like this actual topic.
Correct, but people that got anxiety,
they
will like
it'd be hard.
Yeah, like they will, especially there's people at school that don't go to school.
Yeah.
Because there's the anxiety.
There'd be kids.
There's kids that like and
that don't want to go to school because maybe they don't have friends or something, and
or
perceived as a loser or perceived.
Yeah, or they're not good at like getting up in front of the class.
Yeah.
And they're gonna get told, and that's anxiety.
Yeah.
And like then also like people get judged. People judge at school.
Well, that's what this is. That's what perceiving is.
Yeah.
Getting the fear of getting judged, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids, I think it's very hard for kids at school.
It can be.
Yeah.
And that's the whole bullying thing as well.
Big time.
Plays a big part in it.
Big time.
But, at the end of the day, you gotta, it's hard, but you have to try and, if you're strong enough and your personality strong enough, you should be able to get through it. But there's some people that can't.
No way. Yeah,
there's some people that can't.
Some people that...
I still like, if I meet new people, I'm very reserved.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I might, like me and you, like, we might be like might seem like the most easiest guy to get along with.
Yeah.
But when I meet a certain type of people or meet someone, I always feel I'm reserved, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I'm
Let your real
at their
self
level.
out.
Like,
Yeah,
I always feel, I don't know, maybe because I had a lot of friends growing up that were always like lawyers and architects and all
Gotta
this
do
kind of
this,
stuff.
gotta do that.
And I was always the guy that was like, you know, I wouldn't say
Whatever.
drop kick, but like, I was more of a, you know,
street smart, I call it.
I guess so.
That's
I don't
what
know.
call it. I like to call it street smart.
Yeah, I wasn't academically
yeah.
gifted
Yeah,
as
yeah.
my other friends.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I always felt like if I met people with, especially with academics and stuff, like
Yeah.
I'd be more reserved
Yeah.
and I wouldn't feel as
Feel a bit intimidated.
intimidated,
Yeah.
and I would just go. I wouldn't know what to say, and I'd feel like I say something stupid, or
Yeah.
so then you get reserved. But like, you know, if you meet me and you're mates with me, I'm not
Yeah.
like that. I'm very open, but it depends.
Would you find it easier to meet, like, say if you met new people like that, if you were with me, say we met them together, would it make it easier for you? If you were with your partner, would it make it easier for you to meet, or you still would be the same? Because I think if you're with friends, right, or with your partner and that, it's even easier to be, because you're more natural around your partner or something.
It depends on the vibes I get.
Yeah, fair enough.
It depends what vibes I get. If I get good vibes, and then it's fine. But then even if I'm with you and I get shit
Yeah.
vibes, and I'm like, nah.
But see, I'm like total, like, if I think someone is judging me because I'm not like as academic, like say
But
if I meet, like, let's say a lawyer, right, and I think they think their shit doesn't stink,
yeah,
I won't give them the time of day. That's how I am.
yeah. But these people, right, that I meet, are not doing that.
Yeah, I know that. I know.
just in
yeah.
my mind.
In your head. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's
Well,
just a thing.
that's this, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, I don't want to feel that way, but
Yeah.
that's just the way it is.
Well, Alien says the fear almost every student experiences when they answer a question and the entire class, including the teacher, stares at you.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Kids will hate that.
Oh, they would, man. They would. You know, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard for kids, man.
Oh yeah.
And you know, until that, as I said, it's hard for me, man. Like if I meet
Yeah.
someone that, I feel like they're, I don't know. You just go into your shell, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I'm scared of them or like, but I just don't
get
interact
nervous.
as much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I get if I get nervous,
Yeah.
I start sweating, and I
Yeah.
go, it's bad. What happens when you get nervous? Do you get nervous at all?
Like, I still get nervous before soccer games.
Yeah, but that's normal.
Yeah, no, but like, just I don't know. I don't really get nervous like in front of people.
Like if someone like,
maybe if I met Sir Alex Ferguson or something, I'd be like starstruck.
yeah. Like if I'm talking to someone and like I'm trying.
Like you were nervous around Daniel, and he's just a regular guy.
Yeah, but I wasn't sweating, so
No, but I mean, like,
I was comfortable.
yeah.
There's points where like I'll start
Do you
sweating.
think if you met him and it wasn't in the studio, you would
I'll be sweating? Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, I would.
That's because you were in a comfortable place.
Correct. I was in like a.
But he's just a normal guy.
Yeah, I know.
He's
I
so
know
down
that.
to
I know
earth.
he's so down to earth.
Yeah.
But if I met like Boki,
Yeah.
or if I met like one of my heroes that I love from the footy team, like I'll probably start sweating
Yeah.
because I'm nervous.
Yeah.
And you'd probably see it if we ever do.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just, I don't know why. I just feel like sometimes you don't feel. I don't know. It shouldn't be like that, but
Yeah.
sometimes like it just comes. It comes out of nowhere.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you can't stop it.
And
And it's like you're saying to yourself, "Stop sweating."
Yeah. Chill out.
You
Chill
know,
out.
job interviews. If you're really nervous about them,
Yeah.
oh man, I start sweating bad. It's like I'm not even hot. I'm
Yeah.
just sweating.
But that's nerves.
Yeah.
That's nerves.
Yeah.
That's full on nerves.
And they're like looking at me and all this sweat. It's like,
Yeah.
they're not hiring me.
When you accidentally call your teacher mum, Curtis says, that'll ruin your day. And then Alien says, oh yeah, it becomes worse if your grade increases after you've called him mum.
Huh? What did you say?
Curtis said, he goes, when you accidentally call your teacher mum, that'll ruin your day. But then
100%.
Alien said, yeah, it becomes even worse if your grade increases after calling her mum.
Yeah,
And
100%.
she thinks you're her son.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But yeah, I mean, like, everyone's got their little thing. Everyone's got their little, I'm not sure where it comes from though. Like, if it's something that happens during
Well,
childhood,
it's like
or
the whole thing about like public speaking. People hate it. Like it's a very common thing, obviously, that
public
people don't
because
like
everyone's
public
looking at
speaking.
you, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking at you, and you're talking now.
But they're doing
To me,
it right
yeah,
now.
yeah, I know that, but we like in the beginning, man, when we were sitting here doing a podcast,
Yeah.
I was shitting myself
Yeah.
because I'm like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
But all these people watching you right now.
No.
Oh, not after you call the teacher mum. Like once your grade is high and you call the teacher mum.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
watching someone and, having people just watch you
Yeah.
and you're talking and you're trying to say something about, see you later. And you're trying to say something that's trying to explain something. Say you're trying to explain something like it's one of those debates or something, you're trying to explain something.
Yeah.
And you're like thinking to yourself, "Fuck, how am I going to explain this to someone? What if I don't explain it right or whatever?"
Yeah.
And that's what gets to me sometimes.
Oh well, but at least you know it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But sometimes you think to yourself, no, you don't know it.
Yeah, yeah,
You don't know what you're talking about.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You doubt yourself.
Yeah.
And that brings anxiety, it brings the sweats, forget about it.
That's wild.
Do you know what I mean? But I don't get as nervous now doing podcasts because I've got you. I reckon if I was by myself, I'd probably be more nervous. But
you do like watch-alongs by yourself.
Yeah, watch-alongs are different because you're
watching
watching the game. You can interact with the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where if you're doing a podcast and you're just purely talking, it's...
I do the Premier League one.
Yeah, no, but you're talking about the game.
But I'm saying, remember I was saying I do that by myself.
Yeah, no, but this is a free...
And you were like saying, yeah, I don't like doing that. I remember you saying that.
Well, I've never done it before.
Yeah.
So I'd be nervous doing it.
Yeah.
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 Because, I don't want... Like, you think, I don't want pauses. I don't want that.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It's anxiety, man. You get...
Yeah, it is. It's a form of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Rob says, Year 8's called me dad accidentally. It's an absent-minded figure of authority, role model, instinctive comment. A lot of children do it to teachers and coaches.
Mm.
There you go. Yeah, but it could also be a slip of the tongue as well. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's perception of people. Yeah, we shouldn't think that people are judging us.
I think most people, to a degree, judge certain things.
They do.
Most people do. It doesn't make you a judgy person or a judgmental person, whatever. But then, it's like I don't like people that are very judgmental.
No.
I don't like to be associated with them because it's like it makes me think, well, who are you to sort of judge people?
But
really?
say someone is off the rails, right?
Yeah. How off
and
the rails?
they do whatever they want to do. Is judging, is maybe telling them something like you're not doing this, doing that, and judging them in a way, is that helping them? Because if you got a guy that's like,
if you're doing it out of
wearing like G-strings down the road and I don't know, wears a top up to here and his gut's hanging out, does that, you judging him and telling him, see, there's people that don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Is that bad not to give a shit though?
About what though?
About people judging you?
Well, I don't care about people judging me.
Yeah, I know, but what if you're doing something that's not?
I try to just do what I do, and if
I know, but you don't do anything that's abnormal.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But I do wear my heart on my sleeve, which is, as if people don't know what that is, I will tell people what I think.
Yeah,
I'm not,
But what if
and I know that a lot of people don't like that, but that's just who I am.
Truth hurts.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like that characteristic about people, and I know a lot of people that don't like that about me, but that's just how I am. I'm very
direct.
Not direct. It's if the people, the community, the HFD community know that I'm like that. I'm very
yeah.
I will say what I think.
That's, 100%.
So. But and I don't care what people think about that. If they want to be upset about it, that's like you said. But maybe it's the truth. I don't know. It's.
Well, it's your truth.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. It might not
Correct.
be, So, then I'll read a couple of these. Dam says, "Hey, Cuban Pete, long time no see. To be free of judgment, you have to stop judging others." Cuban Pete says, I like that. Very good. And she says, "Hey, Dam, I think for those that think too much, me," Curtis is saying, "think that others are thinking about them way more than they actually are. everybody has their own stuff going on, but it's all in the head. See, I totally agree with that. I always say that to like people at soccer and that. I'm like, it's like, you know, you might think what you're going through is the worst thing in the world, but the guy right next to you could be going through something even worse, but not saying anything.
Yeah, correct.
Like, so you just...
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, that's correct.
Like, and Curtis probably hit that on the head.
Yeah.
You need to care what people think in some aspects. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a job and be homeless. It's a
well, that's what I mean.
That part.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Like, if people don't care about themselves, like, do you know what I mean? Is it bad to judge them?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
do you know what I mean?
Dam says there's a difference between snap judgments and genuine judgment. We snap judge pretty much everyone we see, even without consciously realizing it. I don't like people who are deeply rooted in their judgments where they're unjustified. And Cuban Pete says same.
Mm.
Well,
yeah.
Dam is deeply rooted in his judgment of you as a Port Adelaide fan.
He's a bit. He's a bit.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's a good point by Dam, actually. That's a very good point. I like that. Yeah.
He's good.
That's what I said before, like what Dan said, though. Well, most people judge people like just... But then when they actually sit back and think about it, sometimes you judge people that you love because you want to help them. Like a genuine...
Correct, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, is it wrong to judge people
Well, it
then?
depends. I think if it's someone you're caring about and you're doing it out of a place of genuine care and you want to help them, I don't think it's bad.
I guess it depends what it is.
It just depends what you do. Like some people, there's some parents that think they know what's best for their children, you know, like when their child might be Chris, that's 40 years old, and you could have one of those parents that thinks they know what's best for you, and it's clearly not what's best for you. You know, there's some parents like that think they've got to run their child's life even when they're in their 50s.
That's a control thing.
Yeah, but that's... I don't know.
But definitely the internet has played a massive part.
People judging you for things like being noisy, etc., you'd have to listen to it, but appearances, not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting one, man. Like,
People say it to me all the time, man, that I talk too much.
It's good. It's a good thing.
No, but I'm saying, like, it's... What am I going to do about it? Go cry about it?
No, that's who you are, man.
Keep talking. That's right, yeah.
It's who you are.
But that's what I mean. Like, it's...
But you should never change who you are for someone else.
No way.
Like, be you. And, like, you know, there's probably a lot of relationships out there that people aren't who they are.
Probably.
A lot.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's why people get divorced.
Yeah.
That's why people are, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
You know. And there's...
People online are so quick to judge.
They are.
Well, you know, I've been called so many...
we on this channel we have,
because of I said someone gave a high five or something. I don't know. But
I got in trouble for just saying about Port Adelaide.
100%. Pete Dan says it's true. It's people online are just, and you know the thing about what I don't like about how the way people judge online is, they'll go. Let's say right now they'll see KP, Chris C, and they'll watch 10 seconds.
I know.
And Chris is a so and so, KP is a so and so. But if they actually just watch 10 minutes, they'll probably not like you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I don't understand. Yeah, it's...
What are you going to do? Go cry about it? He's laughing. That's what I said. Yeah, what am I going to do? Cry about it? If someone says I talk too much, what am I going to do? I don't...
There's some people that are a lot softer, though. And people do cry, and people
I'm just saying
can't handle it.
I wasn't having a shot at anyone. I'm just saying, me. You know, that's how I think about things. I'm very much like that.
What's sad about it is, like, when it holds people back from their potential because they have anxiety.
Yeah.
That's what's sad, man. And it's not, you know, what can you do?
Yeah. Davey says, what are you girls crying about? I'm crying that Davey rocked up.
Davey's wild. What are you guys crying for?
Alien on any games, cry. Especially League, LOL. Yeah.
Do we know, is this his first time here?
I'm not sure Alien, you've
been here before?
Here? I'm not sure, but he's talking good. I like him.
I like Alien.
I
wonder what planet he's from. I bet he's from the planet Vulcan.
Imagine he's like, what if he's Mathazar?
We can't judge.
No, we can't. See, Davey laughed because I said I was crying that Davey came here, and now he's laughing.
I think Davey's been here before.
Yeah, and he probably likes us now. Wasn't he bagging you? And then I told him...
It was bagging me?
I can't remember. Is Davey a nice guy? I can't remember. Yes,
my first time. Oh, thanks for coming in, Alien.
Please
like, share, subscribe. Check us out on our Well, you're already on our YouTube channel, but
Join the Discord. It's in the description, Alien. You can join the Discord and chat to the community and yeah, get in on it. Friday night, yeah, Davey, remember? He was paying you out.
Oh, he was too, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone pays me.
Was it Friday night?
What was he paying me out about? I can't remember.
I don't know. I can't remember. Then he got banned by Amanda, didn't he? Didn't she block him?
Nah, that wasn't him.
Oh, that wasn't Davey?
Nah, that was someone else.
Oh, okay. No need to tell me. Already done, joined, and subbed. What a legend.
Thank you, Alien legend.
Sorry, Davey, if I've aligned you as someone else. Because someone was paying Chris out on his last watch-along and he got banned by Amanda. Observing without judgment is the real trick, Davey says. That's
Correct.
very true. Good point. That's very...
Is it just like...
Ha ha ha, go Dougie. Yeah, well, whoever it was, I started paying him out back.
No, it wasn't him.
No, it wasn't
It was
Davey.
someone else.
But whoever it was, I started paying him out back.
I think it was a guy called Shane.
Something like that.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Before he could even respond, I think Amanda banned.
That wasn't a watch-along, not last week.
That was last week.
That was like me and
Thursday
the
night,
King of the North.
The first game.
First
I
game.
think so, yeah.
That's
Just
right.
joined
We get
the
hated
Discord.
sometimes.
Curtis only just joined the Discord.
Curtis
made a HFD coin before he joined our Discord.
What a legend.
What a legend.
If we had like you guys, if I knew where you guys lived, I would drop them past your house. But
HFD. You got to stay mindful to practice no judgment.
are we born with judgment? Like it just feels like it's part of our DNA.
Thou shall not be judged. I don't know. I think
that's the way society is. But maybe some cultures are different. Like maybe the Western society is like that more than like
Yeah, do you know
other
what?
societies?
I think I think Europeans are judgy.
They are, man. How about the old Greeks?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like the old ladies. Like if I've put on weight, I've got to my grandma's house, forget about it. They drill me, bro.
Out,
They drill me, man, and it doesn't feel nice.
No.
Right, but that's how they are, and you can't change them.
Reborn.
Reborn.
What's that?
It's a high five.
That's the sign. That's the X-Men do that sign for the M for mutants, but I'm doing it for you for Man United.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Had to dig Reborn. Come on. Nah, Reborn's wild.
Everybody's
That's why
wild.
you got to correct yourself when you notice yourself being lame. Yeah, sometimes you notice if you're being judgy. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
The Europeans are judgy, man. Our cultures.
They are, man.
You know, the thing is, my yaya was never like that. Like you're saying, like about the old.
Mine are.
Mine is very, like if you came and you were overweight, she want to give you food to fatten you up more. That's how my yaya was.
Oh yeah, that's how she was too.
No,
but
she
like,
was,
if
she's
you
not
were...
very. She would never say it to my yaya. Would never have said to me, you're not looking good or something.
Mate, they're the ones that gave every kid, like not everyone, but kids that love food, eating problems because they used to like go there and like couldn't stop eating.
Isn't it funny? Your yaya will tell you you've put on weight, but then she'll give you more food.
I know. Yeah, it's just the way it is, man. The oldies, they love it.
We're taught judgment by our we're taught. I think maybe he's trying to say by our parents. It's a behavioural trait. There you go. Davey says. Yeah, probably. Listen, I think a lot of it's to do with the way you're brought up. Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
See, my dad is very, as you know him, I don't think he judges anyone. Like really, he's
pretty.
He's a very chill guy, and I'm very chill because of him. That's
he doesn't. I don't feel judged at all. No,
so that's what I said. He would never care about being perceived because Jess was saying it about him. He's so laid back. It's
a good way to be, man.
Yeah.
It's a good way to be.
When I went to Italy in 2012 to see family, every village had a bunch of old blokes sitting in the pizza, just staring and absolutely.
That. In Greece, man.
Oh yeah, in the Guffanil, they'll be
in the Guffanil, like on the streets, just sitting there. It's like,
Mate,
they're just looking at you.
I go to the Greek Orthodox community to do work, and I said to my dad, I'm like, I can't get in there. I've got a set job to do weekly, and I'll go in. Can't get in there without 17 people talking to me, and then I know they're all talking to each other. I said to my dad, I go, the amount of shit that goes through these pensioners that they must talk, I go, because they're all just judging and just talking, gossip. Like, I'm like, it's unbelievable. I do my head in.
Crazy, man.
It's crazy, man. I'll read this other one. The aliens said, if you think about it, when there are a couple of people of different culture in a group where the majority is another culture, the fear of being perceived different or odd is quite real there. Yeah, absolutely. Like we we went through that young as ethnics. Like we went
Yeah.
to a school that, but before our time, our school was actually had a lot of ethnics there. But then when we were there, it was we were like, you could point us out. We were like dime a dozen. It wasn't many of us. And we went through that. Like we knew people were going to be calling us wogs and all that shit all the time.
We did.
Oh, 100. You knew going to Dawes Road, you're copying racial abuse.
Oh, yeah. But we used to wear it as a...
Oh, we just took it on board.
We just took it.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
it was because like we were taught, well, yeah, you're a wog. Well, okay.
Like, come to a point where we didn't even fight anymore. We're just like, yeah, whatever.
Old people in rural areas judge quite a lot. There you go.
They do. I think that generation does anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
Now it's not as bad, but now people are turning... What do you say to someone that wants to be perceived as a dog or a cat? Like say no, because that's what's happening now in the world right now we live in.
I told you,
you can be identified as a cat.
You know,
right? So what do you say to people like that?
We've spoken about this before, and I've told you I think it's ridiculous.
No, but is it bad? Is it bad to judge and perceive them in the wrong way? Because that's what we're talking about, though.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's trying to get yourself to be perceived as something that you're not, physically not.
I understand. I get that because I don't agree with it either because I think it's stupid. But, you know, it's judging someone. And what if you're giving that person anxiety judging them?
You probably are. Those sort of, I would say people have that.
So this is the line. What's the line? You know what I mean?
I'll read a few of these because a few of the OGs have come in. So I'll read them out. The Moment Legend says, "Evening, ladies and gents. Just caught last little bit of this interesting topic, collecting some thoughts now." And you know what? The Moment's going to come out with
The Moment's wild.
Some good.
Oh yeah, he might be a Geelong supporter, but he's wild.
He's wild. I went aliens. So do young people. Rob says I grew up with that they're judgy as well. Yeah, absolutely. I went to a rural area once. They were judging every decision I made in my life. My clothes, glasses. The best part, a cat was judging me. Hey, The Moment. Cuban Pete says, if something is nonsense, it's nonsense. Cuban Pete's saying about what you said. Like, there's a borderline of...
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, are we getting to that point in our society now that we got to be careful how we judge these people? Because, like, even though it's nonsense, like, how do you...
Well, I think we're getting to a point where things are that nonsense. It's... Like, I think we're getting to a point in society that... Me and Jess talking about it the other night, like with all this like pedophilia stuff that they want us to believe in America. They're going to, because of the way that things are going, that they're going to try and make us believe that pedophilia is a sexual orientation. And to me, that's absolute nonsense. But that's the world we're living in now. I think that because of all the transgender and all that stuff, they want us to accept all that they're saying, oh, well, we can't ridicule pedophiles now. We've got to accept them, which is a load of shit.
Yeah, and that's probably why they're pushing all that other stuff.
Of course it is.
So then they can make it they can normalize pedophilia.
And do you know, on that topic, I know it's not the topic, do you know, because when me and Jess were talking about this, I went to search about all that. The first man ever, they reckon, in Florida is on course to be given the death penalty for pedophilia.
Wow. That's great.
It's good, yeah. Fucking hurts, it's great.
Yeah.
I agree. But first person.
So it's taken a long time.
Exactly.
A long time.
Yeah.
And that's the worst thing someone could do.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, because they want us to accept all this other stuff, those people, like, they want to be perceived as like it's all normal and all that, like we're talking about. They're making all this other shit that is not normal, that they're going to want us to start accepting that.
Yeah.
And that, that's ridiculous. Like,
and I think people are waking up to it as well.
Yeah.
Which is
absolutely
good. But
factually, a human identifying as a cat is not a cat. There was a moment in Family Guy where a person identified as a basketball. Yeah, exactly. Like that's like that South Park episode where they were paying it out, and Kyle's dad, Kyle wants to be a dolphin.
Yeah.
And the surgeon makes him a dolphin, and then he goes to swim in the water, but he drowns. And he's like, "Yeah, well, I made you look like a dolphin, but you're not actually a fucking dolphin."
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, but people are identifying themselves as these things.
And you don't even like South Park, and look at it.
I know.
But it's true.
Yeah.
But it's because it's true. You can do whatever you want. You can go get surgery and be a cat. But I bet you can't go hunt a wildebeest like a tiger can or a lion can,
of
because
course not, 'cause
you're not a cat. You're not that.
No, you just got to accept who you are.
That's right. Oh man, people are going off now. Sorry. I'll read a few of them. So as a kid, I was really shy. We used to read a book around the whole class. I'd get all the red and sweaty. Absolutely hated it. Even on my wedding day, giving a speech in front of everyone. Reborn says, Reborn, you can come on the podcast.
Reborn's wild.
We love Reborn, man. That's good. Well, are you past that now, Reborn? How are you now talking in front of people? Are you still like that?
Yeah.
Alien says, oh yeah, factually human. Yeah, I read that. Sorry. Cuban Pete says good about the death penalty thing. A few years ago, a trans species guy who identified as a deer got shot by a hunter. There you go. Like, Ayo, what? Alien says, hello, all right, you want to be a deer? Be dinner, Cuban Pete says. Dinner is extreme, though. Imagine the guy eats the deer. Shit. The fear of being perceived is a real fear. I hate it. I try to avoid being judged, even though it's impossible not to be judged. And yet I judge / perceive all the time. Impossible not to, either moment says. There you go.
Well, look what the world does, man. They get like magazines, and there's all these, like, especially for women.
Yeah.
Like all the hot models.
Well,
so all the hot models.
So it's very hard for women.
Yeah, because they want to all, like, not saying everyone wants to look like that, but the perception to look
that
like.
You have to look like that.
Yeah, you have to. So then, people get sick over that, bro.
Of course. Yet some numbnuts endorse a fully grown physical man identifying as a woman and can get changed in a female locker room with young girls, Rob. Yeah, that's... I hate the fact that they've said... Remember when they were saying in schools they want them at gender-neutral toilets?
No, it's not right.
That's ridiculous.
No.
That's crazy, man. They can't push that. Like,
They can't, man.
nah. Yeah, I agree with Rob with that. Reebs, that's tough, mate. I know that feeling of being in the spotlight, not for everyone, are the moments. So there you go. I hate the spotlight too, ETM and Reeves, damn, says, especially having a physical disability. There you go. And Reeves says, better. Still hate it, but I've learned to be happy in my own skin. Gone past caring, but still not comfortable being put in front of people and having to talk. Could never be a teacher, for example.
Is that Reeves?
Reborn said that, yeah. And then Rob says, the perception for women's body image... I'll get it here. Sorry, that love heart's in the way. The perception for women's body image is...
I'll bring it up.
Is run... I can't read it.
There you go. Is that better?
Is run by women just as much as men.
Yeah.
There you go. We're definitely distant cousin, Reeves, Dam says. It's funny, Dam, Reeves, at the moment, they're all saying they don't like the public speaking side of things.
Hey, look, I was never a good public speaker, I can tell you right now. Like, if you see some, like, my early Hunkyfooddudes, when I used to, like, do it, like, I used to, like, take so many takes.
Yeah.
And, because
I thought you did that just so we could get...
No, I'm not, no, I'm saying, like, even before I was doing it with you, like, I just, like, in front of a camera, it can be very daunting. Now,
yeah,
I'm in a camera, like, not every week, but every week I'm on the camera, and once you do it, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, you still get to, like, I used to do wrestling, right? And I remember when I used to go and do wrestling
in front of everyone.
Oh, mate, before you go out for that curtain, I was shitting bricks, bro.
Yeah.
Like, not shitting bricks, but I was so nervous. But once you're out there and doing it, it's the best experience of your life. So
yeah,
what you got to do is, I know there's a lot of fear that comes into stuff. But if you are passionate about something, don't let fear ruin you. Use it as a weapon to enjoy it. Because when I used to go out in that curtain and people used to be chanting my name or hating me,
yeah,
right. But before that curtain was in, I was really nervous.
Yeah,
and people say it's normal. So
yeah, it is. A teacher was once suspended just because he denied a trans male to female. By the way. The teacher denied the trans person enter the other washroom. He got suspended. That's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
A person then identified as a lizard once that teacher was suspended.
Mm.
There you go. I think you need special skills to want attention and to glow in it. Otherwise, it's fun doing things in a group setting or better yet in cultural setting. E.g., I'm thinking of traditional Greek dancers. The solo one you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, that's why people get drunk when they do it.
True, yep. Yeah, ETM, nothing worse than being in a crowd that makes you feel alone. That feeling is gross. Start to rush, start to try, and get it over with. I don't know. It's probably a confidence thing too. All those eyes on you judging you.
That last thing you said. What was the last thing you said? One before it.
Nothing worse than being in a crowd that makes you feel alone.
Who said that?
Damn.
That's how I feel sometimes. Not all the time. Just saying, like, if I meet people that are like, I feel that are intellectually superior than me or something, I don't feel like I'm there, man. I feel like I'm alone.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like I'm being judged.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, look at this guy.
Well, there you go. So you've
you
got a lot in common with Dam and Reeves and all that.
Yeah.
And they're all saying it.
Yeah, man, I do have that. I do.
Public speaking is one of those things they should teach in primary and high school. Some won't master it, but will be more confident than they were before. That's a good point by Rob. It would be nice if people were a lot more open-minded, not only towards others, but for themselves ultimately as well. Cuban Pete. Having been on stage, the joy of an appreciative audience is a great feeling, even if you have a minor role, Rob says. Yep. See, big man, we're more alike than you...
Think.
No, we're more alike than you know.
No, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, when I'm around people that I love and I know, then I'm a different person.
Yeah.
Man. I'm just like I'm a happy-go-lucky, awesome guy to be around. I'm like, just easy. Like I'm with you. Like we enjoy our company, right? 100%. So, but when I'm around people like that, I'm reserved.
Yeah.
I get reserved, and
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, say I meet sometimes you meet like someone that's in our genre, in our podcast, and they're a massive podcaster. Like, I would feel like I'm inferior to them.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't feel like that.
No, you shouldn't.
And I've been trying to learn not to be. I'm not. I'm as good as anyone. You know what I mean? And that's how you got to think. But it's hard, man.
Yeah. Well, after what Jess said, I'll read again what Cuban Pete said. It would be nice if people were a lot more open-minded, not only towards others, but for themselves ultimately as well. And then Rob says, Cuban Pete, 100%. 7 out of 10 people are opinionated and closed-minded. Either moment says, so true. Being in a crowd that makes you feel alone, that's horrible. I remember going to a few parties and no one introduces you to anyone and everyone is just carrying on their own clicky chats. Reborn says, Cuban Pete, I have that in public. It's like a heightened sense of what's around me. And Rob says, agree to the moment. And Cuban Pete is saying, yep. Like,
do you ever feel like when you meet someone, as that scenario, right? You go to a party, right? So say, and you don't know anyone. You're there with Jess, or you're there with a friend, I don't know, right?
Yeah.
And you don't know no one. Everyone's got their own little clique.
Yeah.
Like, how does that make you feel? Like,
I don't care.
So you don't care. See, for me, I'm thinking to myself, oh, how do they perceive me?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't give a shit.
And then, do you believe that there's different faces that you wear? Like, when you talk to someone, do you have a different face than to someone else?
I've got a different face at soccer because I know I'm the captain there, and it's like.
So your face in soccer is different to the face you have right now.
A little bit. No, it's very. I'm still like this.
Yeah.
Open-minded, passionate, but with all like I'm a bit more of a larrikin, without because I know I'm the captain there. I've got to be a bit of a leader. Do you know what I mean? But I have to be there.
Yeah.
When I was not a captain, you're just having a laugh and that. It's like this, like with with Dino and that, my mates.
Yeah.
I'm like this, and that's at soccer. But when I know I've got to be the captain to the younger boys, and it's a bit of a different face. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a different face, like at work. Then
but that's
family.
You got to be professional at work.
But then, like when you go to a party that you don't know what face to put on. So that's why you close yourself as well, because you don't know who these people are or how they perceive you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hamps with a lightning bolt. I'm guessing, is that a power thing? Says KP Chris C.
What was that?
Hamps with a lightning bolt. Is that a power thing?
Champs.
It says Hamps on mine.
No, champs.
Oh, but it's here. It says HAMPS. Hamps.
It says champs on mine.
Yeah, it must just be my thing. How
are
you, Champs?
Champs was on our show last night. Hey, why are you, Champs?
Being open-minded to yourself, that's powerful. The moment says. Cuban Pete says yes. People that go on TikTok, etc., and go on judging people, mostly they just want attention, which is a joke. Other people end up talking about this and they get more attention. Great. There you go, aliens. When I get those vibes, I'm itching to get the fuck out, Dam says. Chris, genuine people are extremely rare.
That's
the
true.
Talented Mr. Ripley, Davey says. Agree, aliens. Champs, the fist. I don't know what Cuban Pete's laughing at. If she's laughing at me. But Jess knows I'm like that. If we're at a party and like, if there was a whole bunch of people, I'm the complete opposite of that. If they weren't talking to me, I wouldn't bat an eyelid. That's just me. But that's how I am. I don't care. No, and usually if we're out, I'm very much the life of a party type of guy. Because I talk a lot.
It's good to be like that.
Yeah, I'm just,
But I normally talk to people too. Don't get me wrong. Like, you ask Amanda, I'll start talking.
Yeah, once you get into it.
If I'm in a party with a lot of people and everyone's got their own clique, I'll feel...
See, I'll
feel like I'm segregated.
My brother George is like that. George gets anxiety. George is very different to me and Chris.
Yeah.
But me and Jess is very much like me. Me and Jess are very confident people.
Yeah.
Whatever reasons, that's just how I've always been like that since young. And yeah, like if people don't want to talk to me or put me in their clique, it doesn't bother me because I don't care. Like I'm like, I don't want to be in your clique. Like it doesn't
bother me either. But
it's just what you think.
I just feel like if I'm not allowed to be in their clique, this is what I think. Right? If I'm not allowed to be in their clique, then how are they looking at me like I'm some piece of shit?
Yeah.
And it makes it worse.
Yeah.
I guess, you know.
Rob says, I'm judging KP for being 5'8" and wearing a basketball top. That's funny or wishful thinking? I'm 5'10", actually.
I'm 6'3", man. 6'3".
Chris is 6'3". Do you know?
Well,
Rob might not even know this. Do you know I actually had to make a choice at 16 to play basketball or soccer because I was playing basketball for the state.
Why don't you play basketball?
Because I like soccer more.
Oh, you like them more? Basketball's fun.
Basketball's wild. I love it. I love basketball. And I was really good at it. But I just liked soccer more.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
You
gotta do what you like, man.
I just liked it more. That was it. I couldn't give to both because I would have had to train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
No, it's too hard.
Play Saturday.
It's too hard.
And I couldn't give to both. I'm not reading that, Reeves. You know what? Because it's Reborn, I'll read it just because I love him.
What to say?
He says, KP, you've got some crap on your chair.
I said that the other day,
yeah.
And he wasn't happy with it.
Just because it's Reeves, I'll read it. No, I didn't know that, KP. No wonder you saved the penalty. Great with the hand. You know what I used to do? I don't know. Chris, I think, did it a bit as well. I used to go at school everywhere and play. I was...
Oh, you were like
it might be a cocky thing to say, but I was really good at every sport. And I would just go play every sport to get out of class. And I was really good at them.
You're like a social butterfly.
And I just did it. I just played every sport. I was friends with the footy people because I was playing with them. I was friends with the soccer people, friends with the basketball people. Yeah. But I just wanted to get out of class and play sport, like, because I loved doing that instead of...
Yeah. You enjoyed it.
I didn't like academic things, you're saying. I didn't,
No, I didn't like that. But then some people did. But then, like, those private schools look down on you, man.
Oh, yeah, big time. Of course they do. Private school people always judge us.
Like, no offense if you're from a private school.
They look at us, they still call us to this day our public school people. But I always turn it back. I'm like, private school kids.
But that's the perception, isn't it?
No, but I'm like, mate, you might judge public school kids. I'm like, but private school kids haven't lived a day in their life till they get out of school. Because they're all stuck up.
Well, look, it's...
But that's how they are to us.
I mean, there's some bad stuff happening in private schools too.
Just,
So,
mate, you can pay as much as you want to send a kid to public school, private school, whatever. It's up to the kid, the individual, let's say, not the kid. It's up to the individual whether he wants to succeed, do good at a public school or a private school. It's not... That's
interesting. Do they look down or is it just perception? So what's the truth?
Probably perception.
Yeah, that's not the truth.
Do you know what I always found? And this could be me being judgy. I always found that all the public school people I knew were way more street smart than the private school kids. And even later in life, they were way more, as we say it, streetwise than the private school kids were.
Yeah.
I mean, Jess went to private and public. She might have a different perception of it. But I found we were always more streetwise than them.
I remember when I met my friend, one of my mates. He's a good mate of mine still. He's a private school boy.
Yeah, what was his name?
Christos.
Christos, that's right.
And I met him for the first time at my centre.
Yeah.
In the city. Like, down, and he was wearing I'm in my Dawes Road shitty uniform.
It was the worst uniform.
It wasn't even a uniform. Anyway. And he was wearing high socks and with shorts on, and I was like my perception of him when I first met him was, well, look at this nerd.
Yeah.
Like, I judged him straight away. See that?
Yeah, but that's right. But it's true.
But that's how I judged him, bro.
I'll read these
it's
ones.
not right.
These ones by Dam and Rob are good. Rob was a teacher, and he's saying as well. But I read it. Dam is coming from his side. He went to a private school because I went to a private school, and there definitely was a negative stigma about high schools. I always thought it was fucking stupid. And then Rob says, Curtis, they look down because the schoolmasters brainwash them into thinking they're better at private schools. Until they have to fend for themselves,
100%.
then they're just useless on average. Like,
yeah, that's true, man.
It's like public schools are nice. I study at one, Alien says. There you go. Agree, Reeves, 100%. Reeves said, they're at a private school, so they are inherently better than you in their heads. It's a class thing.
That's what
I'm saying.
Thing.
But that's a perception
That's
thing.
a perception.
See, and Jess said, Jess went to both, and she said, yeah, private think they are elite.
It's so far from the truth.
Dude, I remember back in the day, like, we've done things and that, like, and I remember some of the things like we'd turn around to the private school kids and said, and there was things that we just did, like we'd go out and just do like for fun, like, and they looked at us like we were criminals. Like, what do you mean you do that? And I was like, what do you mean? That's what we do on every Friday night. Like, but that's just how we were.
Well, Dawes Road has doctors come out of there. There's surgeons. So there's a lot of academic people that come out of these.
Joe Ingles is currently playing in the NBA, and he was in my class below me.
Like, we had Daniel Pierce playing AFL.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
not just if you want to make it, you can make it. It's how much you want.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's up to the individual.
That's right. The only thing I would say about private school kids, maybe like their classes are smaller.
Yeah.
So they might get more one-on-one time with a teacher. But that's about it, really.
Well,
the curriculum's all the same.
It's like here. Remember how we've talked about St. George, right?
Yeah.
I hate the whole, and we're Greek. I hate the whole thing about St. George because I know kids that have graduated from St. George, and in their head, it's like the only thing that exists in the world are Greeks. And they're racist to everyone else but Greeks.
I don't know if they're racist.
It is racist because they think that Greeks, think Greeks are it. It's top dog, no matter what.
Well, I went to St. George
at the start.
So I went. I think there wasn't a high school back then. So I finished year 7. Going to Dawes Road after that was a massive culture shock for me.
Yeah.
And you talk about perception. Like when I looked, I was scared, man, because like it was just a totally different place, man.
Yeah, of course.
It was no like uniform. There was hardly the green uniform. I used to wear a tie there. Of
course.
I was wearing a green jumper with slacks.
Yeah,
and runners.
Of course.
You had to wear black shoes, and then I had year 9s pick on me. You didn't get that at St. George, man.
No way.
You know what I mean? And there was no Greeks. It was just mixed with different nationalities and such a massive culture shock. Like I'm glad I went through that because you learn.
Yeah.
You learn that way.
John has come in the chat. Johnny G says hi everyone. And now
hey Johnny G.
Listen, I was waiting for John to actually come in the chat and say hello. We obviously have friends have done this to John, but we want to give our deepest condolences to John and his family, who John actually lost his brother-in-law.
Yeah, really sad.
Yeah. And as friends, John is one of our best mates. We love put out our deepest condolences to him and the family.
Yeah. Deepest condolences, man, and I hope you guys are all right.
Yeah. But John knows he gets the love from us, and I'm sure he will get it from the whole HFD community. But Rob says, rubbish, Chris. If you want it, you can have it. Total rubbish. You need talent, passion, opportunity, and luck. Well, that's sort of what he was saying. Well,
you do, but like you got to chase it. If you don't chase it and do nothing, then you're not going to make those opportunities. You're not going to, the luck won't be made. You need to have some sort of drive.
Yeah.
If you just sit in your ass and do nothing, that's what I believe.
Well, Jess went to both and see what Jess is saying. She goes, when you're trying to make school fun and your folks put their foot down and send you to a private school.
Yeah. Well, that's happened before.
That's happened to Jess.
Well, I know a lot of there's private school kids that came to our school that were troublemakers.
Oh, yeah, big time. Yeah, of course, because they like
and kind of like fitted in.
Yeah, of course.
They fit into the. There's maybe more troublemakers.
I think we were talking about it in the car. Listen, I think the public school thing is. whether we are or not, I think we're a bit more rough around the edges than the public school kids, aren't we? I mean,
Yeah,
the private school kids.
In a sense.
Just
But they do a lot worse.
of course they do.
sometimes
Yeah.
as well.
Listen, I'm not saying they're all angels that go to
No,
private
they're not.
school, but they want them to be. They try
Of
and
course they do.
teach them that they are. That
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Rob said, that they're better than us and better than whoever, whatever.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It is interesting. Like, yeah.
So you reckon you judged your mate straight away?
Yeah, man. I thought, look at this guy. I shouldn't have done that.
But you were a young guy.
I was young. But, like, because I went to Dawes Road all
Yeah.
those years,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you forget about the private school. And then when you see that, you're
Yeah.
like, if you come to our school, bro, like, dressed like that, you're going to
You
get
would've got
bashed.
But listen,
You know what I mean?
I think it's you've got to be comfortable in being yourself. Like, let's say, I don't know. Let's use a celebrity for example. Let's say you're Lenny Kravitz, right? Lenny Kravitz goes out there and wears the most outlandish shit and looks
Yeah.
out there, but he's comfortable in himself, and he just
100%.
does it, and
Just does
people
it,
accept
yeah.
it, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
No one goes and says, "Oh, look at that." Oh, I'm sure people do. Some wankers will be there going, "Look at this freak," but he just does it. He doesn't care, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't care.
Just comfortable in wears
So
what he
you
wants
gotta
to
be,
wear,
yeah, you have to be.
dresses how he wants to dress.
As long as it's not nonsense.
Do you know? I'll give you a perfect example. You know, I still to this day, I've had long hair for over 10 years. Still to this day, man, probably every week, I get a comment from someone,
At soccer,
about the hair,
man bun.
man bun.
Yeah.
But like, just who gives a fuck? Like,
But you know what you should do? Like, for a whole year, just wear it down, and then
I just laugh.
they can't call you man
When
bun.
you know some of the shit I say back when people say things about my man bun, like people pay me out about the man bun, and like I said, I'm a very like confident guy, and that I'm like,
And it's probably people that have got no hair.
yeah, and that's why I say stupid shit back to them. I'll say the dumbest shit. I'll be like,
Yeah.
dude, you're actually paying me out about my looks. I'm like, have you looked in the mirror? Like,
Yeah, but see, there's people that will take, like,
oh, they take it, yeah,
the people that have hair like you,
yeah,
and they will get anxiety from
Of
that.
course.
And then they won't
Yeah,
go
of
out, or
course.
they won't even want to play soccer.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So
Of
that
course.
holds people back.
100%.
That's what I was telling you before. Like, how many people does perception, anxiety hold people back
Oh yeah,
for true potential?
dude, I knew guys that were like good soccer players and that, and
Yeah.
for whatever reasons, like didn't like a coach or something the way that, and like quit, and they could have been stars.
Exactly.
You know, like
My sister is a good example.
yeah,
She was a great soccer player.
yeah,
Like, as a junior, she was
Yeah.
one of the best
yeah.
girl
She used to
soccer
play at our school soccer team with us.
She used to play
She used to play with us at the
when
school
she was
soccer team.
when she was year 8. She was playing with the year 12. The
Yeah.
year 12s wanted
yeah,
her.
she used to play with the
She
school
could have
soccer
gone
team.
far, like if
Yeah.
because she was very talented, right?
Yeah, she was good.
I didn't have that talent at all growing
Yeah.
up with soccer, right? And she did, and you know, perception. She didn't like the bitchiness
She-
and all that, and then she quit.
What year did she?
She went to Sepsaza.
Yeah, no, but what year did she leave our school?
Yes, she only went to year 7.
7. She was there
1 year.
She played 1 year with us.
Yeah,
and
she
I think
would've.
that year we won the Glendy Soccer Carnival.
Yeah, she was good, man.
Yeah, but she was playing with us.
she used to dribble the whole
Yeah,
field.
no, she was good. Yeah, Footen was a good player. Yeah.
Good, and it's just unfortunate. It's like talent wasted because she got upset with perception and anxiety. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's sad, but it is what it is. What can you do?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, things keep you back. You know what I mean? And if you can train your mind not to,
Yeah.
people have to try and train their mind not to care, but it's hard, man.
Yeah, of course.
Where's Fox been? I don't know. She's around. She's around.
I bet you she's lurking.
She's lurking. She comes in and out sometimes, but yeah, she hasn't been on for a while. But she was in the other night.
Was she?
Oh no, watch along she was.
Watch along,
Yeah.
watch
But yeah,
along.
she was great player. I remember I was thinking to myself, oh, I wish I could play like that
Yeah.
because I just didn't have the talent, man. Not like what she had.
You played sports.
I played sports, but I wasn't talented. No, I wasn't talented. I wasn't. Well, I had to try hard to become
yeah.
talented. Where she was just naturally good.
Yeah.
You know how some kids are naturally good, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's what she was.
Yeah.
So
13 watching, only 5 likes. Really?
only 5 likes.
Nah, it's more than that.
Come on,
It is
guys.
more
There's
than that.
13 watching. Come on.
It's more than that, isn't it?
I got 12 likes.
No, mate, not 5. I got like 13, it says. 5 on mine. Maybe Rob's got
If you
Rob's got Childo internet.
one upload speed. So
1 Mbps.
So I don't know if you watched the watch along with Childe or
I heard about it.
yeah, it was like one upload.
I heard about it.
One upload,
I heard.
which is very slow.
I was told.
Poor bloke.
Well, that's just weird. Yeah, it's all different.
Yeah, it's you can't watch that.
15 it says here. There were so many people that hadn't liked yet. They were like,
What do you guys do when you first come in? You press the like button
and share, man. Share to a friend.
Share to your friends.
I'm 13. GT. How long has it taken? Well, let me look. 1 hour and 11 minutes for him to talk.
I wonder if he was there though.
GT, don't say you've been there the whole time, man. I'm upset. GT's my guy. 16 damn sets.
Remember that night we got 30? That was pretty cool.
Remember that night I said I'll do something if we got to something, and they just like all the DayZ people liked it.
I watched this guy and he goes, "Oh, I want to get 1,000 likes." I'm like, when are we gonna get?
I know.
That?
I watch Mark on the Man United channel, and he's like getting like thousands of likes. I'm like, what the fuck?
Not one down upload. It would have been.
Yeah, it was terrible.
No, it was one upload, and he had like, I think 10 download.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible. But if it was available, you would have done well because you wanted to learn, Rob. Yeah, no, I actually agree. Sorry, I missed all those chats, but I do agree with what Jess says. If you want to learn, I think you will learn. And listen, they might not offer you everything that you want to learn at a school, but if you want to learn what's available, you'll still learn.
Yeah.
I think it's up to the individual.
I think it is. And look, Rob's right. Talent does come to play.
Yeah.
But sometimes people like me that wanted to play soccer and be
Yeah.
good at sports, I couldn't rely on talent because my talent wasn't there.
Yeah.
And there's people that don't have talent that can still be good,
Of course,
but they have to try hard.
because a lot of succeeding then comes to work rate.
Ronaldo is one of them.
He's talented.
He's talented, but he's not like a Messi.
He's talented. I think that whole thing gets a bit blown up. Listen, he might not be as talented as Messi, but probably no one else in the world is as talented.
Yeah,
as
but
Messi.
he works hard.
Yeah, but so does Messi.
But it doesn't look like he does.
You know, he does, man. He's so fit. Like,
Yeah, he probably is.
it's like, I think that whole thing gets blown up out of proportion to make him not look as good. When, listen, he might not be as good as Messi.
Yeah.
That's up to everyone's opinion, but he's talented. He's one of the most talented people that's ever played the game.
But there's people that can not be talented.
Mate, there's people that have been Premier League footballers and AFL players that are not good, but they work hard.
They work hard.
You remember that guy from Sydney? He was their captain, Kirk. They always used to say it about him. He wasn't talented,
It's like
but he worked his balls off.
it's like CM Punk in wrestling.
Yes,
He was never
Yeah,
talented,
but you love him.
Yeah, but he's a great.
That's right.
He might not be the best wrestler in the world,
Yeah.
but what he does is amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because he tried, he kept going with it, and
yeah.
Well,
Upload is the speed using where, for example, the speed which you upload files, like when you, his upload, because he was trying to do a stream, so you need upload speed.
Yeah, so like right now, we're using upload speed
upload.
to
We don't
bring this
use
stream
any
to you
download.
guys. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
we're
could
not
want to
downloading
learn, but
this.
aptitude again, talent, passion, opportunity, and luck. Oh, shut up now. Why?
YouTube throws me off.
YouTube.
Yeah, so we're uploading this stream to YouTube
Yeah.
for you guys to watch.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, he said the nerd emoji in YouTube throws me off.
oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, the King of the North had his speed was one upload.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you have one upload, it's not gonna
Download
work.
speed is where you receive data. Yeah, that's right. And so
Yeah.
now you don't really. It's like even when you're doing online gaming, you don't actually. You need a okay download, but you actually that's more to do with your ping. And gaming is more to do with your ping, how quick it goes to the server and back. Whereas this sort of stuff matters about upload. When you're uploading a video to
It's
YouTube,
still good to have a good ping, though.
yeah, ping is more important for gaming.
Yeah,
way more important.
Yeah, it is. But it's
Oh,
still
yeah.
important for this.
Yeah, it's
isn't it?
important. Yeah. Because the ping, our ping at the moment is like 1 millisecond.
Yeah.
Live to the server, whoever we're with.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
that's
interesting. I like this.
It's a good
liked
topic,
this.
man.
Everyone's liked this a lot. Episode
it's
86, I just saw.
It's a relatable topic that people can relate to because people go through that every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
People
yeah.
have anxiety, people having problems, people are, having suicidal thoughts. People are because of this stuff, and it's sad.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean? But
that part to me is sad. Like you said, like that people get that pent up about it and could go like harm themselves or something. That's,
yeah, they can.
That's crazy.
You know, I'd feel terrible if I
imagine you harassed someone, bullied someone,
and then they killed themselves because they could. You know, that'd be terrible, bro.
But does a bully care about that? You know, when a bully does that, because bullies are bullies, and like say they find out that it was because of them, are they like the type of person that even cares?
Depends on the person, but that's why you don't judge people.
Yeah,
try not to judge.
Yeah.
But as you said, the nonsense judging, like nonsense, stuff, that's different, isn't it? It has to be.
I think so. Yeah.
But I don't know what the line is.
I just meant more as a parent, spending more to send your kid to a private doesn't mean they will necessarily excel. It depends more on the child wanting to learn or not if the opportunities aren't. Yeah. I agree with Jess. Yeah. One thing I remember from university is that your perceptions of yourself and other perceptions of you are two totally different things. Exactly, which begs the question, who are you really? Available to a willing child, I'd say that's a bit different, but I see what you're saying too. Just saying to Rob, I think, yeah. That I like that what Either Moment said too, like I bring it back to soccer. Like, I always say that to like people at soccer. I'm like, say we're playing at our level here, you know, like you might be better than this level, but you've got to accept that you're playing at this level for a reason. And don't think you're better than it. Because the minute you accept that, you'll actually excel in this level and then probably go on further. You know what I mean? Don't think you're better than it because that's where you are.
Well, that's the problem. People think they're better than what they are.
All they do. You know how many players, it will be having AFL, basketball, whatever, think that they're superstars. But if you're a superstar, why are you?
Exactly.
And listen, it might not be a reason. It might be a financial reason that you're playing at a low level. You might not be able to afford boots, mate.
Maybe.
But you might be like Andrew McLeod.
Everyone's got different.
Of course.
Everyone's different, and they got different.
Of course.
Things that happen to them. So
bullies are just people that bully to hide their own insecurities. They bully people who can do better than them in their insecurity.
Yeah.
Like when a person can do something that is good in the topic of their insecurity.
Okay.
Bullies, I agree. Bullies are like that.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
I always go back to like we talked about our bully stories once, and I'm like, I got bullied and I got home and my dad goes, "Well, go." I thought I was going to get in trouble, and Baba goes, "Well, you know, your brothers, you fight with like guys that are 10 years older than you." He goes, "Go sort it out." And I went the next day, and like the bully went to hit me, and I like caught his punch and like beat the crap out of him. And then that bully was like so nice to me for the rest of the time I ever knew him.
Yeah, but there's some people that are not like you and don't have that.
That
father
dad,
figure
to do that. That's right.
Like,
100%.
Like if you didn't have that father figure,
I would have been getting bullied every day.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I never would have been told.
Yeah.
It's okay. Go defend yourself.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true. Does a kid these days, would a parent ever say to a kid now, like you're a parent, I know your kids are young, but it would never be as common now for a parent to say, "Oh, go defend yourself," would it?
Amanda wouldn't, because she's a nurse.
Yeah.
And she knows what head trauma can do, and so she wouldn't want that to happen. So but me, I'd be more like you, but you have to come to, when you're parenting, you got to be,
you don't want your kid to go like,
you don't want them, but you want them to be tough as well, because the world's a tough place.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's interesting, like, what you say count, what you say to them or what you don't say to them.
Yeah, of course. And see, that's spot on what Either Moment's saying. He goes, a similar thing happened to me when a group tried to bully me. I challenged the ringleader after school to a fight, and we had the fight and no more bullies. Yeah, it's true, because once the big dog is done, it's done, yeah.
That's right. But, some kids can't do that.
Oh, yeah, no way.
And...
See, I know for a fact I was lucky in a sense that I grew up with a brother that was 10 years older than me, another brother that was 5 years older than me. And not only was I like fighting with them, I was fighting like their friends used to come beat me up. Like at home.
Yeah.
You know
so you're used to that.
I was tough.
Yeah,
Whether you'd like to say it or not, we were we were tough.
Yeah, of course.
Because we grew up in a household fighting every day. Like,
of course.
that's what siblings do.
See, I was.
You were the older brother to a sister.
So
yeah.
it was different.
Completely different.
It was. I didn't have to.
Nah.
I used to like play fight with my cousins. And
Yeah,
that, but
that's right. Yeah.
it wasn't the same
Nah,
like
no
you
way.
had. No.
Whereas
No.
it's like,
So yeah, like because you grew up with that kind
of course.
that kind of environment, you were,
Yeah.
you know, you weren't scared to go and.
Toe to toe with
But like
people.
you know, someone like me, I would think twice about it because I've never.
That's right.
I'd never done it before.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
you second guess yourself.
I was very like fearless as a kid.
Yeah.
Like to just
Yeah.
whether that's smart or not, probably wasn't, but
Well, you learn.
of course, yeah.
You
But I was very like, I'll take anything on headstrong.
Yeah.
I was like that. Like it's, yeah, I know what you mean. Bullies likely bully themselves more than they bully others. I feel sorry for them. Cuban Pete says. Alien says, really? Now I feel sad. And then the moment said that. Yeah, the hero we need. Alien says. Hi, KP and Chrissy. Toby, how are you, man? Anyone new? Please like, share, subscribe.
Hey, Toby.
You know, I haven't seen man for a while.
Who?
My mate, man.
Who's your mate?
My mate, man. Ronald.
Where is Ronald?
Where's Ronald? I think
Maybe
he left his keys at his wife's house.
He definitely left his key at his wife's house.
The funny thing is, the ringleader was a former friend. Hence, I had to challenge him because I trusted him up to that point, but I realized he was just sabotaging me. Ooh. There you go. That sounds like you came from in like the movie The Wanderers, man, at the moment. How did he sabotage you?
Jeez.
He was probably doing it to kids do sabotage other kids in school. Try and make you be friends, you know, and then they're not really friends with, you know, the kids do that stuff. Kids are mean. Unfortunately,
Kids are mean, bro.
They are, man.
Kids are mean.
Because they don't actually think of the consequence of a lot of things they say.
No.
They don't even, because they don't actually know.
No.
They don't know the meaning of it. And
100%.
Johnny Carlton.
Carlton.
Boys.
Welcome in, man.
Yes, sir.
Jeez, last night was a doozy, wasn't it?
Johnny Carlton is the only nice guy on the footy podcast.
You love Johnny Carlton, no?
Johnny Carlton's my boy. Except when he talks about soccer. No, Johnny
When it becomes EPL, you guys like, you know, go.
Johnny Carlton's Levendi.
He's a lad. He's a
By
lad.
bullying, trying to be their top dog and make himself look powerful in front of our social group, plus impress the girls. Yeah, like at school. Yeah, okay. This conversation right now reminds me of the movie It, the Pennywise one for some reason. Who am I? Hopefully, am I not Pennywise? Pennywise.
How about this perception, right? I'm a Port supporter, right?
Yes.
Everyone perceives me as a feral, right? But I'm not. Am I feral?
It's a nickname. No, you're not.
I'm not feral,
It is
though.
a perception too.
Yeah, but it's a perception.
It's just a nickname now, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a perception that only.
It's a perception
Not
because
with
of
everyone.
because of the people that lived in Port Adelaide.
Back in the day, but
Back in
right
the day,
now
very-
we're not feral. I'm not feral.
Well,
all my
Yeah.
all the guys
I
know.
don't think the thing that's targeted at you. It's more targeted at the old Port Adelaide.
The Magpies
Yeah, the Magpies.
when
thing.
they were like
That's what I think.
back in the
That's-
day.
But listen, I don't know. It just.
Yeah, but like and then
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It is. It's a name. They
but
say
then
they
like
go
you
the
know
ferals.
it's perception. Adelaide Crows, right?
Yeah.
The
Oh.
Chardonnay sippers.
they're
It's a perception,
They're the like.
but it's not true. Like, is Johnny or you a Chardonnay sipper or an apricot slice person?
I've never even seen an apricot slice.
Exactly. So like we
I've
just
drank Chardonnay.
make these things up. For,
Yeah.
You know, just to stroke our egos. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I think that's sports banter more than anything. I think that's more.
But I'm just saying, like, that's a perception.
Yeah. Oh my God, Alien! The second bullying scene on the gay guy upset me. Yeah, that was a bad bullying scene in the second Yeah, that's true.
I've never seen the second It.
It's good. The new second
I
one.
haven't
They're
seen
both
it.
good. The new ones. I agree with KP when he talks about soccer. When he talks about soccer, different story. No, Johnny knows what he's talking about with soccer. It's just
You got, as I said to you, as I said to you, you guys are the same. You just like if you liked AFL because you know a lot
I
of
do like
you
AFL.
know a lot
I just
about
don't-
AFL.
Not
You
as
do,
much anymore.
but you're very passionate about sports.
Oh yeah,
So and you know all your sports. He's very similar to you, man.
that's the best.
Very similar.
Eagles fans are Chardonnay sippers as well. A GT says.
Well, that's what they
Do
they are.
say that over there?
That's what they
So
used
what
to
are the
be, yeah.
Frio fans?
They're like
Are they the
ferals.
ferals?
Well, not really.
I thought
It's
they
not.
look-
It's not. It's
I
not like.
thought that listen, I've never been there, but the way I look at it and perceive it is that the Fremantle ones are the more posh ones. Just because that's what I'm
is
saying.
nice.
Because it's an actual.
It's a nice.
But I have no idea.
But it's a bit dodgy. It used to be dodgy there
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
But let's see how we perceive.
Yeah.
See that? Really, all we are just people that go for this club.
Yeah, of course.
At the end of the day, if you strip away all the bullshit,
Of course.
that's all we are, man. Nothing
100%.
else.
It's all perception.
It
That's what
sure
is.
is.
I could talk about sports for days.
Yeah, so could KP, mate.
100%.
You know what? I'll have to get you guys on the podcast, just you and him,
Me,
and just go.
Johnny's the only one that's nice to me on the footy podcast.
I know. He's the only one that goes for the Crows. Like,
other
he
one-
was back in the Crows last night.
The other one, Bruno, is like talking like Port beat a team that my nephew's under 12 soccer team couldn't beat. Sorry, GT. You know, like,
Bruno's
you know,
wild.
I told Chris, I said, if Port lose to Richmond this week, I'm coming on the show.
But you've said that the Crows are no good.
No, they're shit.
Yeah, so he's saying the same thing.
Yeah, no, but
So what's the difference?
but I'm saying it about my team. It's all right.
It's not the same thing. It's the same thing.
Like if I say Man United are shit, it's all right. But if Johnny Carlton says, "Oh, well, okay."
Oh, jeez. Imagine if you're,
Oh,
mate.
that'd be the best.
Oh,
Come
mate.
on.
It'll be
Come on,
interesting.
man. It'll be funny as.
Be very interesting.
Frio fans think they are the underdogs. Okay, there you go. Be right back. No worries. Frio is dodgy as hell. Yeah, see, I don't have no idea. I'm not, you know. That's funny, man.
That's funny. But as I said, perception, man. Perception.
I reckon Bruno wrote that last night. He had that pre-written, man. What he said
About what?
about the Crows when
Probably.
he full laid into him.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon that was preconceived.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
It was.
The way I could tell, he was like,
He wanted to give it.
it wasn't off the bat.
He must have been upset that he lost the
He
tip.
was upset, I think.
Yeah.
I'd be happy. Like when
I was ecstatic. Man.
Like when I tip Liverpool, and then like I've gambled on Liverpool, right, and they've cost me thousands once, right?
Yeah.
But I was like happy they lost. Didn't give a fuck because they lost. I had no, did not care.
Oh, look, man. I think it was just a bit of banter. It was.
That's funny, man.
Frio is dodgy as hell.
Bruno is wild.
Bruno is wild.
Bruno,
Yeah.
at least, man, I
Frio's dodgy as
I
hell.
can remember
How?
Port's premiership. Bruno can't. So
No, he doesn't like that.
I hope it's United and Tracy. I think it could be Don't tell Rob that.
You can do a watch along. There you go.
I'll 100% do. I did it last year with Rob because it was a Manchester derby, and I had to sit here on the couches with my brother George and Rob, and Man United got trounced, and I had to sit here and put a brave face on.
Johnny, we did like when the World Cup was on. We were in this room, and we did a 6-hour watch along. We
That was
did
the best.
Australia versus
I think it was Saudi Arabia, Argentina, was it? And then Australia,
versus Tunisia.
maybe.
Was it Tunisia?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we did like 3 games in one night, and we were like
Yeah.
dying in here. But
Such
it was wild.
simplistic perceptions lead to stereotyping, and gosh, yeah, they do.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
Dude, it was fun. That watch on, we were gone, like we were finished products,
We were, yeah.
but it was so fun.
Yeah, it was.
It was such a good night.
And I remember Rob bought all his cheeses.
Yeah,
and
the
that.
cheeses and all that.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Did you two watch The Nun too? It
No.
also had like a bully theme play an important part. No, I've never
The
seen
Nun.
it.
I want to see The Nun.
No, never seen it.
I'm scared to watch it, but I'll watch it if you want to watch it with me
Yeah,
one day.
watch along.
Watch along.
Watch them. Do we have
Well-
to watch both of them?
What did we watch last time?
Talk to me.
Talk to me. There you go.
Talk to me. It was good,
It was good.
They
If
did
you like
really well,
Raka,
man.
check him out, guys.
It's a fun movie. Adelaide in 2 weeks, so I'm excited. He's coming just after Easter. That's right. He said.
Yeah, we're gonna meet up. Hopefully, if you're in town as well.
So does Johnny get 2 Easters? Johnny, do you get 2 Easters?
Is he Orthodox? Do you
Or
mean?
isn't he half Greek?
He's half Greek, but I'm not sure if his other half is Orthodox or not. So I'm not sure.
He might get 2 Easters, man. Actually get to celebrate 2 Easters. We don't get. We live through 2 Easters, but we only technically celebrate our Easter.
I do.
I do,
There
so
you
he
go.
gets
So he's
two.
like us, yeah.
That's wicked.
When is Greek? Greek Easter's like May.
Or a month after.
Yeah. I love it when it's the same because it's like
I love it when it's the same.
it's killer when it's the
I
same.
like it when it's 1 week later because then we get cheap chocolate eggs.
Yeah, that's good. There won't be any cheap chocolate eggs this time because
They'll be gone by
they'll be all
then.
gone.
They'll be gone.
Nah, they'll keep them out. You
All
watch.
the others will go buy them the week after and put them in the fridge and shit. Well, chocolate don't go off, does it?
Chocolate? No, not really.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, but
It
not,
does, but not
not within a year.
No,
Like
yeah, you're right. They'll be right.
That's hilarious, man.
That is. Nah, Johnny Carlton. Love him on the show last night. It was good. Good fun.
He was the best. I'm telling you. Childo's banned from the studio. Bruno's banned. He's never been here. Chris can't ban Chris because he's,
Hey man, if you won
Nah.
the week before, they were loving Adelaide.
Yeah. I'm Orthodox, but my dad's Catholic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you're baptized Orthodox. Yeah, okay. But Orthodox Easter killed me this year. The day Carlton vs Collingwood is on, and I have to miss it.
Is that right?
So
is that
that'll
Carlton
be-
Collingwood? Is that game? Oh man,
That might be like round what 6? or
yeah,
something.
I'll miss it too, man, because I'll be
I'll be
I
eating,
got Greek
I'll be
Easter
eating up
too.
the lemon here, and
well, Greek mythology.
Greek mythology
Has
has its fair share of bullies. 100%. Zeus is the biggest bully of the lot. If the bullies were 100%, Zeus would have been 80. Of course. I didn't even read that, and I said Zeus was the biggest bully until he. Zeus is the biggest bully written in like literature, man. He's a bully. Everything is for him to succeed
Of course,
and get what he wants,
of course, and that's what he got. He got everything.
and that's right. But that's why it's mythology.
Well, they say that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But how many Zeuses existed? A lot.
Oh, mate, well,
Like versions of him, obviously.
Alexander the Great, mate. Look, I'm sure he was a bully, and
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure Genghis Khan was a bully, and I'm sure Hitler was a bully. All these guys that conquered were bullies.
They were.
You know,
They were. Oh, perception was back then as
his Roman counterpart was kinda.
well. Who? Caesar.
Well, Caesar was no, he would have been a Roman god, because Zeus is a god. What's the Roman counterpart to a god? I don't know. Caesar was a king.
They're all the same gods, bro.
Yeah, I know,
It
but it
was
would
the
have had a
same
different
god.
name.
It was a different
To
name,
them.
but it was the same god. No, Jupiter.
I
think.
died when KP said I'm unsubscribing. I was in tears.
He was, man. I saw him. He was back in the chair, like
Why do you think we got that extra sub today? 'Cause
because he's subscribed back.
Jupiter is the counterpart of Zeus. Yep, that's right. Jupiter. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they got. But we've got Apollo.
It's the same gods, bro.
Yeah, no, it's the same. It's just.
And I think they stretch out to other countries too.
Yeah, they do. Well, like the Norse gods,
Hmm.
like Odin is Zeus.
Exactly.
Thor is like Hercules, and
Exactly.
it's the, it's all the same shit.
Mhm.
Same,
100%.
same crap.
Oh yeah. Mount Olympus.
Mount Olympus. Fun fact: Alexander the Great thought his dad was Jupiter.
Did he?
How does anyone know?
No one knows. No one knows,
No.
man. So what's today about?
Oh no, we were talking about the fear of being perceived.
So
you know, like-
basically, like when someone perceives you as something different,
Judges
like,
you, like the fear of being judged, perceived. Yeah,
like we're talking about, when you go into a party and
yeah.
no one knows you and you just
Yeah.
sit there, like, do you feel
Or
like,
like
you've been judged or they perceive you in a certain way,
Yeah,
or
like if you go to the shop and don't look right, and
do you feel comfortable? Like
Yeah.
some people don't feel comfortable leaving their household, or just talking about that kind of stuff. And
yeah,
like, it was a good topic actually.
yeah. It was
A
really
lot of
good
people
topic.
got involved, and
His mother had brainstormed him. Yeah, but how do we actually know that? Just because they've written that,
we don't know. Oh, well, I don't know unless it's in the
there's no one alive now that was alive when
unless there's in the Emerald tablets or the Aztec
I know, but still,
stuff. Who knows?
it still don't know what happened.
Well, it's not. No, nothing's 100%.
Roman edicts. He's Greek, there.
Dude, the Greek gods existed.
Maybe
Yeah, but they weren't gods.
they were just probably not.
No, they were Anunnaki. That's what they were.
Maybe,
They were.
yeah, but that's if they. But we don't know.
Yeah. That's what I believe.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
They existed because they were aliens.
Maybe.
Well, and from an alien race. And they used to
But Hercules was Zeus' son,
exactly.
half son.
Yeah. But these things exist. People don't understand these things existed.
Oh, maybe.
This is what I believe. And
Well,
they
you ask my dad, he'll tell you Zeus was real.
Yeah, he was real, bro.
No, but he'll tell you it was really this Greek god.
But there was no such thing as gods. These people were just from they were Anunnaki that could manipulate stuff and
if the
do
Greek,
things.
So then, if the Greek gods existed,
They did.
are you telling me Medusa was real? because Perseus is the son of Zeus, killed Medusa to use her head to turn the Kraken into stone.
I don't know exactly that story, so I can't comment on that. But I believe in all those gods.
So then that means
just
that
alien.
Pegasus was real.
Probably, yeah.
The flying horse had wings and could
Well,
fly.
Yeah, because they saw. People wrote these stories because they saw it. Do you understand?
Or they just had wild imaginations like people do now.
Nah, these people used to worship these things, man.
Or they were
people wouldn't worship for nothing.
Mushrooms that they found, and
They used to worship them, give them
maybe
start like so. These beings, these highly intelligent beings, came down here to this earth, and they did all this crazy stuff, and then they believed they were gods.
Yeah.
And then they used to, give them stuff and
Yeah.
work for them, and that's how it worked. That's how it happened.
Johnny says, so question, in the World Cup and Euros, do you go for Australia or for your nationality?
Oh, Australia.
So Greece play Australia?
You have to go for Australia, don't you?
I go for Australia because I like...
We're Australian.
But I like almost represented them. I was in the state team ready to represent the Joeys at like under 17 level and that, and so...
Yeah, but do you call yourself Australian or do you call yourself Cypriot?
Cypriot, like Australian with Cypriot background. I said, but
Yeah,
I'll
that's
go
what
for
I said.
Australia over Cyprus.
Yeah, but we're Australian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're not
I'll
Greek.
support,
I'm not Greek.
I want Cyprus to do well. I'll go for them over anyone else but Australia.
Correct. That's like
But
me.
I'm
with
telling
Greek.
you now, in the year 2000, when Man United came here and played Australia, I went for Man United.
When Man United played your country, you went for Man United. Is that what you're saying?
Mhm.
Why would Man United play your country first of all?
They came here on tour.
And you went for Man United,
Mhm.
so your club is more important than your country.
Mhm.
Do you know what? I'm thinking about it with Port Adelaide.
Would you go for Australia? Would you go for the Australian AFL team over Port Adelaide?
No way.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, true. There you go. It just sounded weird when you first said it.
And if Greek gods existed, why were witches hanged? That's a good point. I don't think they were witches. I just think they were people that like did healing.
Weren't witches hanged before?
Nah.
No, after. Sorry, that was after.
No, but I'm saying I don't even think they were witches. It was just like a healer.
Yeah.
And, like they didn't like what they did, and
No.
yeah, because people were superstitious. Why though? John says.
Why what?
Johnny said, "Why? Why do
Why?
we? Who we support?" I said that's why I support him because I'm.
Who? Australia?
Yeah,
Does he support?
my dad
Who do you
is
support?
born and bred in Cyprus, and he's said to me that if Australia plays Cyprus, he'll go for Australia, and he's not even born here.
Well, he's Cypriot.
He's 100% Cypriot.
he's a-
born and bred Greek Cypriot.
Yeah, but he's got his nationality Cypriot.
But I'm
he's
telling you now, when Greece won the Euros, I didn't go for them. But
Chris-
that's me because I'm not Greek. I'm Cypriot. Chris did. I was happy for them.
Chris, are you coming to watch Melbourne? Coming to watch the Spurs? When are they going there?
I think the start of next season. Yeah.
Look, I'm not that invested in the Spurs like you guys are with Chelsea. And
I'm
Man
with
United,
GT. GT says there were stories, man. Come on, no TV. Had to entertain themselves. I just think it was people made all this shit up
What?
about the gods and that.
Nah.
They would have, bro.
Why would they make? Well,
There was
they were made up. Yeah,
there was people back then that
they weren't real.
No, but I mean, like there was people that had imaginations. Like there was inventors back then.
Yeah.
There was scientists. There was.
Yeah, I know, but like they were worshipping these things, man.
We don't know.
So
that.
they would have seen they weren't real. They were just like beings like us that could do things that other people couldn't.
Yeah.
Because they came from a different place.
If Greece was playing Australia, I'm putting my Greek flag and my Greek top on, and I'm going for Greece over Australia.
Oh, fair enough. If that's how you feel,
My
everyone feels
My
differently.
rebuttal to that always is what's Greece done for you,
Yeah, true.
and what's Australia done for you.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'll go for Australia.
But that's what I'm saying.
'Cause I feel
Because
Australian.
Australia's done a lot more for you than Greece has,
True.
and they've done a lot more for you than Greece would ever do for you. Trust me,
Yeah, true.
and you know that.
I guess it's how you feel. I guess that's just perception.
Yeah, no. I know heaps of people like that. Italians, Greeks that are like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I know Greeks that haven't even been to Greece. 100% go for Greece over Australia, and Italians. But it's
Greece would never play Australia anyway. Oh, maybe in a
they
World
might,
Cup.
in a World Cup or something. Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Hey, Amanda, how are you?
Howdy, boys. Question: if Port played Australia All-Star, he just said that.
If boys play Australia, nah, Port Adelaide always.
I told you I went for Man
Never.
United over Australia. Didn't Ben Arlid. They're my club.
Club's different, man.
Club's way more. Would you? I ask you this question right now. So I ask you this question right now. They they said it to English players. Would you rather England win the? Would you rather see England win the World Cup? They were saying it to them, or Man United win the Premier League, and they were like Man United.
No, England winning the World Cup would be amazing.
I won't give Australia winning the World Cup because we've never seen it. But
yeah, well, yeah, 100%.
For me, it is. My club's more important than.
If Port Adelaide was playing an AFL All Stars team that was represented Australia and they're wearing the Australian emblem, Port Adelaide all the way, man. That's for me. But yeah, because that's who I love. I've got no connection. I have connection to Australia, but not like I have with Port Adelaide. Do you know what I mean?
I support Man United of Australia.
But there's a connection there.
I'm telling you
that
right
you
now.
love it. You don't watch Australia every day
No.
play. Do you know what I mean? National teams are different. But yeah, that would never happen anyway. So
Australia. Hey, Man United played Australia.
it's very rare though.
Happened. And Andy Cole broke Stan Colosimo's leg.
Yeah.
Actually, like, set his career
Yeah.
back. It's funny how players rather play for their country over their club. It's because the club is the one thing that does everything for them. When you look at soccer, let's say United, Chelsea, whatever, the club does everything for them. It pays them. They're patriotic for their country, but they're at their club every day.
That's why State of Origin would never work for me.
No, it's not.
Because
No one cares.
If Travis Boak or if
I'm with Daniel.
Robbie Gray was playing for Victoria, how can I boo them?
No.
Do you know what I mean? It just feels weird to me. Do you know what I mean? That's why.
What do you like with a player? Let's say Charlie Dixon left Port 4 years ago and went to the Crows. Do you boo him?
If he went to the Crows?
If he went to Carlton and they played, are you upset?
Nah. If he went to the Crows, I would be upset.
Dude, Cristiano Ronaldo won a Ballon d'Or for Man United. The next year he went to Real Madrid and I said he was a Judas. Straight away I hated him. Then when he come back, I loved him. Because I've said it to you before, I hate player FC. I don't give a fuck about the player. I care for the club.
I wouldn't hate him, but I wouldn't barrack for him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to go hate him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hate anyone. But I wouldn't be barracking for him, and I'd be disappointed he went to the Crows.
Yeah.
100%. But there's no way.
If a Man United player signed for Liverpool directly, I'd be like, it would crap me inside. It would hurt me. It would hurt me.
You just don't know the reason.
That would hurt me.
Yeah, I know. But see, that's a perception, bro.
And it would just hurt me. I'm not saying it just hurt me. I would be
but
so
what
upset.
What if it's a reason that you don't understand? What if it's because
in my perception, there's no reason you do that, and vice versa.
Yeah, I know. But like, what if? Yeah, but
if a Liverpool player signed for Man United, I couldn't support him.
So that never happens.
Never. There's been one. Paul Ince he was Man United player, but he went to Inter Milan and then went to Liverpool. But it's like
that never happens.
Nah.
Really? So it's not like footy where like someone can go.
No way.
Why?
Because it's the Man United Liverpool rivalry. Sorry to any of the AFL fans, anything. These rivalries are like little things on your boot compared to the Man United Liverpool and Real Madrid Barcelona. That's like those things are next level.
Yeah, but why do they get upset if the player goes there? Like
they'll want to kill them. The supporters will.
So
the supporters would never support a Liverpool player.
So if you play for Manchester United, you'll never play.
You know, like Jurgen Klopp. I like Jurgen Klopp as a manager, but I know he'll never manage Man United.
So there's no draft in a sense. You just get picked. They just buy you.
They get by you. That's right.
Yeah, so that's different.
And a Man United team would never go buy a Liverpool player.
So there's no draft.
No.
So how do you pick up like young kids to just buy them?
Buy them from little clubs,
and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Okay, so it's a different setup.
Amanda says I'd never boo, but I'd be so upset. It's hard watching Dersma play at the Bombers. Like that was our boy. Yeah. What about this? What would you do if Port Adelaide players who were born in Melbourne versus the rest of Port Adelaide players that were born in Adelaide? Who would you go for, Melbourne or Adelaide?
Say it again. What if?
I wouldn't care.
What about?
I wouldn't go for any of them. If there was a team of... If Port Adelaide had half players were from Victoria, half from Adelaide, they played each other, I wouldn't care where they're from. Let's say Crows had half the players were from Melbourne, half the players were from Victoria, and they played each other, I wouldn't give a shit where they're from. I wouldn't care if they were from Adelaide.
That's a crazy.
But I'm saying I wouldn't care. They wouldn't. They still both play for the Crows, so I wouldn't care.
Yeah, it's like playing
it's like an inter-troll
game.
All from the same country in the end.
That's true. That's true. Well,
What's a Dersma anyway?
It's a player.
That's a person.
Yeah. What do you think it is? A Dersma.
Johnny has got some full on questions.
They're awesome.
Can't be. Johnny puts on his Greek top, man.
He loves it.
Fucking wild. So, isn't he? What are you, Johnny? You're half Greek, half
Lebanese.
So, if Lebanon play Greece, then
what happens then?
Who do you go for?
I haven't got that. I've just got Greece in Australia.
Cyprus play Greece. I'm never going for Greece.
What's the Dersma? His brother's bloody good. His younger brother looks really good.
He's a Dersma too.
Sure is. He sure is, man.
That's wild. Johnny's got some questions happening.
It's because we kept him up late last night.
Was he upset?
Oh yeah. No, he wasn't upset. He loved it. It was a long night though, man, because we covered a lot. So.
Weren't you talking about the Tasmanian? What are they? Devils?
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I think why the hell are they making such a fuss about it when they're not coming in the comp for another? What is it? 6 years? 5 years?
4.
29 they're coming in, aren't they?
No, 28.
29 I read today.
Or maybe. Depends on there's a state government election this weekend, so it depends on who wins that.
Yeah.
So Socceroos are playing Lebanon on Thursday night. There you go. Favorite food?
Andrew has a Polish soccer kit and a Greek one. I asked him which colours he prefers, but he won't tell me. That's why I just give him an Australia one. But he's what, a third generation Australian?
Who?
Your son.
Yeah.
He's Australian, man. He should support Australia.
I understand. Yeah.
I'm just saying, he's more Australian than all of us.
He just follows Messi, and
that's all right. He's a player.
They don't understand, man, because Australia doesn't have the.
Yeah.
If they had a killer team, it'd be different, I guess. If they were in
Is he
World
a Chelsea
Cups,
fan or a Spurs fan?
I don't know. He doesn't really.
Just a
follow
Messi fan.
Messi, he just loves Messi.
Socceroos are playing Lebanon 30. Yeah, they are. What's your favorite food, boys? This is a question I like to hear about.
Favorite food?
Gubebia.
Is that your favorite?
I love gubebia.
Your favorite?
Yeah. Gubebia.
Look, I'll tell you right now, man. My favorite food is sandwiches. Now that sounds very Aussie to all you people out there, but I just love even just a tomato and cheese sandwich, maybe some ham. Oh, I just love it. Or just like a roll or something that's sandwiched together, like a focaccia. Oh,
my favorite foods are all the wok dishes. I love gochinisto. We call it. So I'm Cypriot, Johnny. So we call it gochinisto, like gokinisto, gubebia. Oh, I love all that stuff. We got another one, yaknir. That I love all the Cypriot foods. They're my favorite. They're my favorite.
They're nice.
And pizza, followed by pizza.
I do like a juicy burger, but I would probably Sanger. I'd probably choose a Sanger over it. But I do like. Don't get me wrong. I do like a juicy burger.
Burgers are okay.
Yeah.
But I always think I go to a shop and get a burger. I can make a better one.
Yeah, but you like burgers though.
Yeah, they're okay. I like burgers. I like them. Yeah.
But you like pizza. Pizza's one of your favorite things.
Better than burgers.
Yeah, we had a killer pizza today.
We did.
It was really nice. We reviewed it. So.
But even pizza, I still prefer to make my own pizza.
Yeah.
Over anything. That's just me.
Yeah. Yeah. But that thing we tried today for $10.
Oh, that was wild.
Not bad.
No, that's why I said it was killer. But I've always, because of my dad, I've always grown up even I don't like going to Greek restaurants because everyone goes nuts over skada and stuff like that. I always sit there and think, man, my dad and my make it better than this. That's how I am at a Greek restaurant, and because of how much they charge for it. So they charge you $30 for a gyros when you could make it for $3. It's like it puts you off.
Poor Johnny Carlton, he was at the footy on Friday night or Thursday night, and he paid $6.50 for a packet of chips at the footy.
At Marvel?
No, MCG.
MCG.
Crazy, huh?
$6.50.
$6.50.
What, for a pack of chips?
Just hot chips.
Oh, hot chips, a bucket.
Yeah, just a little bucket. How big was the bucket, man? Sandwiches are wholesome. They are wholesome.
$6.50 for chips.
$6.50, bro.
If you go into my fish and chip shop and get $6.50 of chips, how much you get?
How much?
Like a fucking huge bag.
$6.50, man. He yeah, that's what he said last night. And it was like, what is
$6.50.
going on?
That's
And even
ridiculous.
at Adelaide Oval, they were that expensive.
Apparently
man.
they're going up here, Adelaide Oval and Coopers.
Well, it's not worth buying food there. Just bring your own food with you.
Beers going up
Oh, $6.20. Sorry.
for a bucket.
Yeah, so I was
That's
close.
ridiculous. A
That's-
bucket of chips is like $2.50, man.
Back in the day, man. Not
It should
anymore.
be. I'm saying that's ridiculous.
Not anymore, man. How
Yeah,
much?
see, I wouldn't buy it. That's me. I don't even know that because I wouldn't go buy it.
But
like I'm
sometimes,
saying.
like, you know, when you didn't bring anything and you're hungry, like, it's just
Yeah,
there,
but
you
when I
just buy it.
saw it at $6.20, I'll be like, fuck you.
They got all this gourmet food now in Adelaide Oval. It looks
Yeah.
really nice, but it's like really
$49 for a
it's
hot
really
dog.
expensive, man.
That's ridiculous.
It's really expensive, but I like my sangers. Do like my sangers.
I agree. I like sandwich. Me and Jess were in New York, right? And we're at the plaza, and I had the club sandwich there.
Yeah, I love club sandwiches.
It was one of the only parts in America where I thought their food was awesome.
Yeah,
Everywhere else, I think our food's way better than them.
yeah.
But this club sandwich there, because it was a posh place,
Killer, huh?
and Katz's Deli. Katz's Deli, if you like the Reubens, the big.
Oh, man.
Dude, have you seen Katz's? It's the most
Oh.
famous Reuben in the world. Have you ever seen it?
No,
It's like massive.
I haven't tried it.
Me and Jess went there.
Good.
Type in Katz's Deli in YouTube.
All right. There's a
It's
place.
famous. Like the president goes there.
Oh, my God.
It's famous. Like Katz's Deli, New York. And they make you Reubens. It's like there's so many people in there. And like they're huge. But me and Jess got these massive. So you can't, but like it's the best. You go home like,
That's why.
but you have to try it.
That's what I love.
But you have to try it. Oh, it's the best. If
There
you like
was-
Reubens and you ever you got to go to you can't.
I love Rubens.
So you're on your bucket list, you have to write New York Katz's Deli.
Done.
Has to be done.
Done.
Has to be. You have to.
I'll go, man.
No,
Don't worry.
because now I've never clicked to me how much you love. Has to be on your bucket list.
I love it. What Johnny say now?
Funny thing is, before I became a chef, I used to love eating out, but now I said to myself, I can make everything better at home. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, Johnny, because I've grown up in hospitality. Like I make my own shit. That's how I've grown up with my dad. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's the best way to be.
100%.
Like we were talking about it on here, and I was saying it to Jess. I've said it to Chris. My dad has lived here since 1969, and he's never bought Macca's, Hungry Jack's, or KFC for himself.
We bought it for him.
And remember, he was like, "This is shit." He has never gone in and spent his own money on it. That night, we said, "Do you want a burger?" And he goes, "I'll just get me one." And we got
That's
him
not
out.
my
And he was like, "This is terrible."
yeah, it's yeah.
Like he would
It's not
never.
that great.
It's like, no, but it's not that even about the money. It's just he thinks it's shit.
Yeah.
So shit in his mind that it's the worst thing ever. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so bad.
Yeah. It's very processed.
Yeah, but then just
It's not-
whereas
it's not-
us,
it's not great for
we've
you.
grown up with it a bit, so we're like, oh, it tastes okay. But really, do you ever feel good after eating Macca's? Not really.
Not really.
I don't.
It's a bit greasy.
He's like, oh, it's yeah.
Actually, no. Actually, I had a double quarter pounder once. I put what I put.
When I'm eating it, it tastes killer. But
Yeah,
it's
no,
after
I put what are those? What's the meat called?
Angus.
Angus meat.
Yeah, it
Patties.
was wild.
Oh,
At the time, it would have been
bro.
wicked.
No, even after I was like that. Like I said to Amanda, I go, that is the best meal of my life. You know what I mean? Like,
KP, have you been to an EPL stadium? I've been to several.
which ones have you been to?
Old Trafford, several times. At the time, Eadwood Park, which was Blackburn. They were a Premier League team at the time I went there. I've been to Craven Cottage, Stamford Bridge.
What was your
Stamford
favorite?
Bridge, Old Trafford, Man United. And I went and visited like the Emirates and
No, but as a stadium, what was the best one?
Old Trafford because the biggest. It's just
But the facilities are good there.
at the time they were. Now they reckon it's a bit, but it's an 88. What is that? 80,000 seater stadium. It's a club that fills 2-3 times a week. You know what I mean?
So it's
You know, like how they talk
it's
about-
like an MCG kind of thing.
Yeah, MCG is probably 100, but because MCG is bigger because it's a football field.
Oh, it's like
it doesn't feel like if you go
Oh,
to
this
the
is a square stadium, right?
yeah. So if you go to some of the soccer ones, like the Dortmund one, like that are 80 to 100,000. These soccer stadiums
Yeah,
that are
yeah,
square, they feel like it's ridiculous because they're closer. Whereas the MCG, listen, is one of the best stadiums in the world, but because it's so big, it's a bit more.
Yeah.
And the way we are with footy here, we're not into it like them. Like it's the singing, like the atmosphere there. If you love atmosphere, and even if you're not into soccer, you got to go to like just to experience it. You would just be like, this is wicked because it's just non-stop. You don't sit down.
Packed.
It's just like they're singing, like
on,
songs. It just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Whereas at a footy match, you hear it. It settles.
But can you watch the game doing that?
Yeah, you got to stand. If you can't sit down at Old Trafford, you don't sit for the whole game until it's half time or something.
Really?
Don't sit.
Wow.
Because you go out and watch. You have to be up to watch it.
Really? Because everyone's standing.
Everyone stands the whole time and just singing.
Might as well just get rid of the seats.
But then it won't. It has to be seated for the whatever the rules are.
Like safety rules.
Yeah. Remember back in the day, High Marsh, when we used to go?
Yeah.
There was never seats, but they used to get more people there. Remember when West Adelaide used to play Adelaide City? They had like one day back in the day, like it fits 20,000 now. I remember they had like 30,000 people on the steps. Remember we used to stand there. There was no seats, and it was packed.
It was seats on the sides.
Yeah, just one side. But remember the other blocks on the other side?
Yeah, I remember the blocks. Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Never was seated the whole time.
No, it wasn't. It was like a fence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like...
Interesting times.
Which is your... Oh, listen, I know for a fact what you're saying, Jack, that the Spurs stadium, listen, is fucking awesome. But it wasn't built when I went there. And I know for a fact it's probably the best stadium in England at the moment. Like... Facilities-wise, Old Trafford still fits more, but listen, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is next level. I asked a Spurs fan today, and he said that Etihad was his favourite. Apparently, it's beautiful. Yeah, man, I've seen it. I went to the front of it. Man City's. Chris, have you never been to an Adelaide United game? We used to go when it was West Adelaide, man.
I used to go when have I been to Adelaide United?
I've been to an Adelaide.
I have been to an Adelaide United game, but long time ago. But I used to always go to the West Adelaide Hellas. Well, back in the day, man, we used to go all the time as a kid.
That photo there that I showed you is we played in 2004, the curtain raiser to the last ever NSL game. It was Adelaide United.
Yeah.
But that's why we're playing in front of 18,000 people.
Yeah.
We're playing in front of 18,000. You know the shit I was copying that day for my hair?
Oh, really? You had long hair back then?
Yeah. I had it and then I cut it and then grew it back after that. 2004. Okay.
Well, yeah, like I used to go a lot with my old man. Used to always take me to.
See, Johnny says you never sit watching the soccer. A lot of people.
Oh, we did because I used to be with my old man.
A lot of people that are into AFL that aren't into soccer don't actually understand the atmosphere of a game in Europe. Like even Greece. Go to Greece, and it's obviously not. But
been to Athens versus Olympiacos.
That I'm telling you, a footy match doesn't get anywhere near that.
It's different.
Atmosphere-wise, it's nuts. It's like you fear. You're fearing, like, for some things. Like, it's...
Like, when you go to an AFL game, it's very family-orientated.
You should come to Melbourne... I've been to Melbourne Victory versus Adelaide United.
Yeah, they're a bit crazy, the Melbourne Victory
I'm in a
fans.
place called The Terrace. Mate, you don't sit, you just chant. And yeah, that's what you're meant to do. It's soccer. You're meant to. That's right.
Oh, it's cool. As I said, I'm not a massive soccer buff, so... I don't get into it as much as you guys, but I can see how it can be crazy, man. Soccer hooligans and...
Dude, there was a time in the 80s in England where they were going to the games, they were organising to go, like, kill each other.
Yeah, I know.
There's a whole documentary on it.
I know. Crazy.
Like, they were organising just to be ultras and go fight, and the game was secondary.
Yeah, I know.
Like...
That's crazy.
Yeah, next level.
Apparently in Greece, they like...
Oh, Greece is crazy.
They like burn the place down.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I've seen... People might not know the context of this. Greece, Panathinaikos was playing a Cypriot team, Ammonia Nicosia, in the Champions League. And the Cypriot fans were burning Greek flags.
Crazy. Why do they get so... Because
those
people,
rivalries are not even to do with soccer, man. It's all political. Like Panathinaikos, Olympiacos is all political. Ammonia, Nicosia, like Cypriots, that was just a political Cypriot thing against the Greeks. You fucking whatever, will fuck your flag, you know? Like,
yeah.
It's nothing to do with the teams. But because that side supports that political side, that's their soccer team, they do it on the field where they can get away with it in the stadiums.
Right.
That's what it's all about.
Is that the same with, like, in the English Premier League?
Oh, yeah. It'd be like, the Man U Liverpool rivalry starts from a Ports thing. They were both on the Ports, you know, like
Right.
where the ships came in back in the 18 whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what the rivalry's from.
Right.
Like from there. You know, it had
It's
to
just crazy.
to do with the cities, nothing to do with the soccer.
Yeah.
And then they formed football teams that play each other, and then they have their wars there.
Yeah.
Like,
just crazy. Like you don't see that in footy. Obviously, it's
No.
not. It's not like that.
no way.
No. I'm glad it's not. To tell you the truth,
Could you imagine Adelaide Crows? let's say,
I'm glad it's
let's
not.
say, imagine Adelaide Crows were all Labor voters, and Liberal was Port,
Yeah.
because that's what it's like in Greece. Panathinaikos will be all the righties or whatever,
You're the left
and
wing.
Olympiacos, I don't know which one it is, but Olympiacos will be all the lefties or vice versa, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what Ammonia and Apoel in
I'm
Cyprus
kind of
are.
glad it's not like for me because I love taking my kids to the
That's right.
footy. I couldn't take my kids.
See,
to
like
that.
my dad's team, Ammonia Nicosia, is all his political side.
Yeah.
But that's their team. They'll never dare follow that other team, Apoel.
No,
No way.
it's very. Yeah,
It's
it's
political.
sad in
Yeah.
a way. Like, is that good though to be like that?
You know, I don't know.
Like, do you think it makes? I mean, you said the atmosphere is amazing, but
Dunno.
it's fueled by hatred, which is not good.
I got told off by an Aussie in the tennis because I went to watch Tsitsipas and I was wearing a Greek top and Greek flag.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, but
He's Greek.
he's Greek. And you were just...
He got told off.
Why? How did they even know you were How did they even know you weren't a Greek off the boat?
What? Why'd you get told off for?
Like, if I was doing that and someone told me off, I would say something to them in Greek. Like, do you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I'll tell you a funny story before we go right about...
That's bullshit.
I'll tell you a
man.
funny... I'll tell you a funny story about being perceived before we go, right?
All right.
My dad, one day, so going back maybe... How old's my nephew? He's 14, so let's say 12 years ago, my dad was walking through the supermarket, one of the shopping centers, with my sister, and he was holding my nephew's hand. And these two ladies walked by, and in Greek, they said, they go, Gita Dovromo, right? And my dad turned around and he goes, Signomi, right? So they said, look at this dirty old man, right?
Yeah.
In translation. And my dad turned around for a joke and he goes, excuse me, like in Greek,
Yeah.
grinned, and they go, sorry. And they went to say something, and my dad goes to them in Greek, this is my daughter and my grandson. They were like perceived that my dad was with this young lady and it was his kid.
Well, there you go. You should never judge, mate.
But the thing was, they even judged that he couldn't understand them.
Yeah.
And he turned around in Greek and said something back.
Oh man.
Because I sound Aussie.
That's bullshit, man.
Johnny
See,
says...
that's a perception. There you go. He's just put like they perceived him as a Greek,
Oh, yeah, of course.
but
Because
he's an
I sound
Aussie.
Aussie.
That's bullshit, man.
GT23 says Olympiacos, Port City.
You should be able to go to a sporting event and fly any flag you want.
What? I'm gathering Johnny doesn't go for Olympiacos. He said Olympiacos.
I'm an Athens.
Yeah, but that's your dad's from there.
Yeah. I'm not from there, but that's who he barracks for.
But wasn't he from... He's like... They're his team, aren't they?
They're his team.
Isn't he from around there?
He's from Kalamata,
Yeah, true.
Messina.
Yeah, he's Messinian, that's right.
But there's no teams down that way.
No, well, that's probably why. Because there's no team.
No. Well, there probably is, but they should.
Yeah. Can't stand Olympiacos. Well, I asked, who do you go for in Greece?
Who do you go for, man?
Well, it depends where he's from. Where his family's from, I guess. There's some of the Greek teams I hate with passion.
Dude, I'm not invested into it to hate them.
No, I'm not either, but I still hate them.
Like AEK?
Not really. No.
No.
No. I don't mind them, as much, but I don't like Baok, like Thessalonica, don't like them.
How about Panathinaikos?
I hate them the most because my dad would like Olympiacos.
Yeah, all right.
But I don't really care about the Greek league, to be honest.
Nah, no, I don't even.
I care more about the Cypriot league. Like I go for Ammonia Nicosia.
Yeah. That's about it.
Other
I don't
than
really.
that,
Do you follow it though? Like, do you?
the Cypriot league, I check the results.
You check-
I
yeah.
can't watch it, but I
No,
check it.
Check it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a great podcast, and I
It
think
has.
it's time to say farewell.
Johnny can't stand Olympiacos, man. I'm upset. Johnny, I got a question for you. How's your Greek?
Like speaking Greek?
Yeah, I want to know how's your Greek speaking.
Mine's not that great.
It was okay.
You reckon?
It's not too bad. You understand when I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I understand, but just pronouncing some words are.
Nah, I think you're actually better than you think.
You reckon?
I think so.
Are you perceiving that?
Maybe. But I think it's because you've talked to me and said shit that you're not too bad.
My Greek is good. Oh, that's good.
My Greek is good.
Yeah, my Greek is. It used to be really good back in 2004 when I went to Greece. I was there for 3 months and I was like talking, and then you just lose it a little bit. But I can talk to my grandma. I can talk to them like pretty good, but nothing like, articulate. I can't. Like, I'll forget what to say. I'll be like, how do you say that? And I'll say it, in a Greeklish word.
I invented English. KP, have you seen Sushi Mango's new video with the Volkanovski? I had a laugh with. Oh, dude.
I haven't seen it.
So bad. I've seen Volk's channel, and I want to go on Instagram and message him.
Could he come on the show?
Yeah, I want to see if he'd come on HFD and let us interview him.
Be wild.
He's Greek. But we've got to go to him on Instagram, I think. Sushi Mango got to him. Can't we,
Sushi Mango are huge.
Who cares? We're in just another bunch of Greek podcasters.
We are.
The Volks wild.
I'm from Lefkeda.
Lefkeda,
but I don't follow the league. I just hate how everyone is Olympiacos. Fair enough. That's fair enough. Everyone is Olympiacos.
It's the three of them, really. Oh, I think there's four.
There's more people go for Olympiacos, though.
It's Olympiacos, Panathinaikos, Ayak, and then PAOK. They're the four.
But there's other ones. But
but they're the four top dogs.
Yeah.
But it's mainly Olympiacos, Panathinaikos, and then Ayak, and then PAOK, I reckon.
Yeah.
I just hate how everyone goes for Olympiacos.
Everyone does, though. Everyone you ask, I go for Olympiacos. You don't find many AEK supporters. Not here in Australia,
I
anyway.
know a few, but it's just in the soccer scene. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to an EPL stadium? Johnny. Has Johnny ever been there?
Don't know.
He was asking me. I'm wondering if he's been there.
Good question.
Good question, Aguado.
Can you do The Watcher?
I'm laughing too much.
Hi.
That movie, Good Question, Aguado. That's where I've.
No, I haven't.
That's where I got my favorite. That's where I supported my NFL team from, the Miami Dolphins. He's half Greek, half No, that's what I mean. He's half.
But is he Macedonian,
He's
North
half
Macedonian?
Greek,
half North,
half the Slavic Macedonian.
North Macedonia.
That's what his last name is, Volkanovski, and that's why he calls himself Alexander the Great, because he's half, and they both think they have rights to Alexander the Great.
Where in Greece is he from? Is he from Macedonia?
I don't know about that. I'm not sure. Don't know if he's from Macedonia.
Jeez, imagine he's like.
Imagine his family barbecue.
Oh my god!
Just killing each other.
I've got some good friends that are Massos though, in Perth. I've got some good friends. They're good.
The thing is,
they're good blokes.
They hate the Greeks more than we
hate them.
We don't hate them.
No, we don't.
But they have a full disdain to us.
We have no hate for them.
Nah.
At all.
But they have a disdain to us, like we've murdered their children.
People can't understand why the Greeks don't like the Turks, right?
Yeah, that's understandable.
Because of the history. But that Macedon, the Scorpioni, we don't hate them at all.
No, but they don't get that.
And they hate us.
No, they
hate us.
They hate the Greeks like they think the Greeks made orphans of their children.
When I met them over there, they used to talk to me about it. I'm like, yeah, we don't really like the Greeks. I'm like, why?
We don't care.
I'm nothing. Yeah. I don't even know about you guys.
The best coach I ever had was a guy that played NSL, and he was that Macedonian.
Yeah.
Like Chris Trajanovski.
Yeah.
And he was like us. He didn't care. He was a lad. He was the best. But
they're good guys. I know some of them. They just get a bit, I don't know. Man. It's too much political, bro.
If it's your dream to go to the bridge, you better go soon. Save your money.
But they're not Greek though.
No, they're not.
They're from the Slavic.
They're Slavic Macedonian.
They're from the old Yugoslavia.
Mate.
That's where they're from, aren't they?
I've said it on here. And GT thanked me when I said it. They are not Macedonian. Macedonia is part of Greece. They are the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia.
Yeah, that's
And they might not like me saying it. They'll get up in arms about it. Macedonia is Greece.
Yeah, but
GT is from Macedonia.
But what I'm saying is they don't come from Greece.
No, they come from there.
They come from
former
Yugoslavia.
Yeah. That's right. Anyway, I was saying it's your dream to go to the bridge. You better save your money and go within the next couple of years because it's getting knocked down.
Why?
They're building a new stadium, Chelsea.
Wouldn't it be better to go to the new one?
Well, listen, man. If Old Trafford got knocked down, they're talking about it and building a new one, right? Like Man United Stadium. I would want to go to the old one before it got knocked down.
Well, save your pennies, Johnny.
That's it, KP. They hate Greeks, but Greeks couldn't care. They don't.
No, we don't care.
No, they don't.
No, I don't. I didn't even until I went to Perth and met a lot of them, because a lot of them are in Perth.
Yeah,
I didn't understand.
Well, it's like you said about the Turks, like the Cypriots with the Turks. Like everyone knows why
Yeah, but I
Cypriots
didn't even know.
don't like Turks.
I didn't even know there was a rivalry, bro.
I didn't know because of Greek history.
No, but I didn't know. I did not know.
I always knew. My dad always used to tell me how they hate the Greek. Like we don't, but we don't care.
No,
like Greeks do not care.
no. Well, they're not a threat.
No, because it doesn't mean anything.
They're just there. But I've got some good friends over there in Perth. They're good blokes.
Yeah. Oh, some do come from Greece. There you go. Yeah, they probably do. By the way, John, can't believe you are a Princess Hill lad.
I know. Crazy, huh?
Well, he supports Carlton.
I know.
Isn't that where they're from?
Well, he went to Princess Hill and she went to Princess Hill.
Oh, you mean the school?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They went to the same high school together. Not together, but they went. She was in obviously a different year.
Amanda was like 10 years younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
You're meant to
put
be
that
a good husband, man. You're not meant to say. All right, man. What sort of partner are you?
I'm trying to say, man. I didn't say the age, but
yeah.
Anyway.
I bailed him out. See that, Amanda? I bailed Chris's tiredness out.
I'm tired, man.
Oh my god. Yes, Amanda, I went to Prinny Hill for 5 years. Is that a private school?
No.
So do we have a perception of Johnny?
Dude, it's like
joking.
you know how Dawes Road, we never used the uniform was skata.
Yeah.
They were just casual clothes.
Well, by the time when I got to year 10, we never wore a uniform.
Yeah, but we had a uniform. They didn't even have one.
Yeah, we didn't.
This school's even laid more back than that.
But once they got rid of the green jumpers, we never had a uniform. Up to year 12, I wore like my tracksuit.
I mean, they didn't give a shit.
I wore like a Man United top.
Yeah, I used to wear Stone Cold. Remember?
All the time.
Remember I used to wear Stone Cold?
I used to wear whatever I wanted.
Stone Cold.
I used to wear whatever I wanted. Say something you don't. So something you don't know about me.
What?
So something you don't know about me that I don't like to say. What? That you went to Princess Hill? Why? Why don't?
We are a special breed.
What's wrong with that?
I think they're talking to each other.
Oh. We know it about you now, man. What are you talking about?
All right, guys.
We gotta go. But
I'm tired. I'm about to fall asleep.
It was a good show.
It was a good show.
We launched the HFD coin.
The HFD coins here, guys.
But I played. Oh, here we go. He's telling us something. But I played for Essendon VFL for 2 years, but I did my ACL twice. Twice in 2 years with the same ACL? That means that ACL is not good.
Ouch.
That's not good, man.
In the same leg?
That's what I'm saying. If you've done the same one twice,
yeah.
that's terrible.
Or if you did, well, even in both, like
that's bad too. But the same one means that one's the ligaments were weak or something.
Same leg, yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. You can't really come back from that, can you?
You can. I mean, Menzel played AFL after having 4.
Yeah, it's hard.
But you know that kid would have been one of the best AFL players if he never.
The older one,
Daniel,
yeah.
He did it before the grand final in the prelim, the first time when he was only like 18.
Yeah.
And they were talking then, this guy's a freak.
He was.
And he never came back from that.
Yeah.
Because he did it
even
like
his
4
brother
times.
was not too bad.
But Daniel was next level.
He was.
Like he had this. He was so good. I was going to get drafted in 2018.
Imagine that.
Man, Johnny's like 17 years old.
No, he's 25, I think.
Joke. Johnny's like a baby.
Compared to us, yeah, we're like old fucking.
Johnny hasn't even seen. So he's like Bruno.
He hasn't seen him.
Hasn't seen Carlton win a flag. Bruno hasn't seen Port win a flag, and they're paying me out.
Well, they won't pay you out.
Johnny doesn't. He's a nice guy. Johnny's wild.
He wants to see one though. I saw the 95 flag.
Yeah, I did. I remember watching it with my Bapul. I was watching it with my Bapul because my Bapul loves Kernahan.
That was a great team.
It was. Oh, they were wild. That Carlton team was next level.
They were. Wicked
team. Bradley, Kernahan, Kuda. Like they were. Fuck, they were good, man. Real good team.
100%.
Probably should have won more. Sydney's draft manager spoke to me. They were thinking of picking me up at 68. I haven't seen a flag.
Poor Johnny. I was lucky. I got to see the 04 flag.
Johnny always pays me out about Man United. I'll twist it into him about Carlton a bit. you haven't seen a flag, that's because your club, and this isn't having a shot at you,
Which club?
Carlton, have been run so badly. They've breached the salary cap fucking how many times and set the club back. They would have won another flag if they didn't make stupid decisions. I'm telling you.
Yeah, probably.
They fucked themselves over, man.
Yeah, back in that.
All that shit, even then. And then the shit with Chris Judd. They did so many dumb things that set the whole Chris Judd thing.
Yeah.
So what? They could have a guy that won a Brownlow, but it set the club back 15 years. 100% it did, man.
Imagine they kept
if they had kept Kennedy and never breached the salary cap for Judd, they would have probably won a flag. I'm telling you. Like,
hey, look, every club.
I wasn't actually having a shot at you. I was just saying that because it upset me because I didn't mind Carlton. Like when I was younger because of Kernahan and all that.
Yeah.
And when the way they did it, the people, powers to be, it was like West Adelaide soccer like that we supported. Powers to be of Carlton at the time that did the Judd thing. They should be fucking ashamed of themselves, really. Same with the Crows. Powers to be that did the camp, that did all that shit. They should be ashamed of themselves. To do that to a club, you should be ashamed.
Yeah.
We're going to anyway.
We're going as well, man. I got to go, bro.
Ha ha ha! That's what we done with Kelly. That's what I'm saying. These people that do this shit, like that.
I know, man. It kills the club. They should be ashamed. That's why Carlton was so down the bottom for a long time.
That's what I'm saying, and that's
they're starting to come like.
But look how long it's taken them. It shouldn't have been this long.
Yeah, I know. It sucks because you got supporters that love him, like Johnny.
It's not even that. Look at some of the players, right? Look at some of the guys that came through. Like, like they went and got Judd, right? So before we go, spent all that money on Judd. And then a year later, Mark Murphy came through anyway, who was a good player, getting 40 disposals a game. They could have just saved the money, not breached the salary cap, kept Kennedy, and they had Mark Murphy there anyway.
Kennedy was good. How good was Kennedy?
But that's what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was so...
And he won a premiership with West Coast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So...
Played in 2 grand finals.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
anyway, guys, we're off.
Thank you so much. We'll be back with watch-alongs and all that jazz on the weekend. So
unfortunately, we won't be live on the couch for Crows Geelong. Chris has work.
Yeah, the King of the North.
I'm saying not on the couch. It might be live somewhere else, but
maybe next week. Oh, we'll see how we go.
But
there will be couch ones, but
we will be live on Wednesday.
Next Wednesday,
yes.
Like
another podcast.
And EPL show back Monday.
No, there's no EPL again. It's international break.
So
there's no EPL for 2 weeks.
All right, so the footy podcast will be back next week.
You can but I'm saying you can do that Monday if it suits you better.
Oh, we'll see how we go.
Because that day's free. Judas, I agree. So he's like me with Ronaldo. Judas.
Even though I did like Judd. It was good. Anyway, guys.
All right, quick question before you go. Who was better, Judd or Ablett?
Which Ablett?
Either. I think
Ablett.
I think both were better than Judd.
Judd was good.
Gary Ablett was better. Junior was better.
Junior was better, yeah.
And I think Senior was better than him too.
I was scared that you two might have went offline, just came back.
We're about to go now, though.
We're about to go now, man. Aliens, thank you so much for coming in and subscribing. Yeah. Means the world to us, guys. We work hard to have this channel up and running every week. So any help from you guys is, just fills our heart. Thank you very much.
Please, Alien, you've subscribed. Please share it to your friends. Get some more people in. We will be back with some watch-alongs on the weekend, I believe, for the footy. So come and join in with the boys.
Yeah.
Podcast will be back next Wednesday, and then the Premier League show will follow back the week after that once Premier League returns.
And check our merch out, guys. HFD merch.
Check our merch. And Aliens, if you don't know, check out our other channel, Hunkyfooddudes, where we review food. It's in the link. It's in the description.
Good question. But I know it's in if you go to our homepage of our YouTube channel, so you scroll down the bottom.
And you'll find Hunkyfooddudes. So
HFD Media, or HFD stands for Hunkyfooddudes.
Yeah.
Because that's where we originated from. So
you can go
check that out. If you go down the bottom of the homepage, you'll see it. Just click on it. If you want, subscribe.
That sounds fun.
We see all our food stuff.
Please leave us a like and a sub there. And Amanda says, Aliens is wild. Aliens is wild.
Aliens is wild. But
all right. Thanks,
so much, guys. Stay hunky, guys.
Stay hunky.